Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight's game will be Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, featuring the Write Anything Agency. Remember, anything doesn't refer to what they will do, but what they will defend. And they do mean anything. Animals, inanimate objects, abstract notions. Somebody's gotta do it. Actually, no, somebody doesn't gotta do it, but we're doing it anyway. Thank you very much for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see Rukov was here bright and early with a big old paragraph here. Let's read it. It says, let me let you in on a secret about the Great Salt Lake. When you go and look at it and take pictures of it, it looks gorgeous and tranquil, but the Great Salt Lake has no outlet. So the smell you get from rivers and canals and tributaries just stack up. This is why the Great Salt Lake is salty, and it smells atrocious. If you are downwind from a storm with what is called the lake effect, it is one of the strangest smells you will ever find. Oh, and Logan's a great guy. Oh, you're sneaking that in there. But no, what he said about the Great Salt Lake is true. Like, they have a thing here in Utah they refer to as like the lake smell or the lake effect. It's like this big, the Great Salt Lake, biggest saltwater lake in North America. It smells awful and is filled with brine shrimp, which is it's just sea monkeys, for those of you who don't know. But how you doing, Rukov? Ray says, compared to Rukov, this sentence is short. That is technically correct. How you doing, Ray? Odumi says, rawr. It's very ferocious sounding. How you doing, Odumi? Queen Katie says, howdy. Howdy, Queen Katie. Oh, Magpie is here. Say Magpie in the chat. Hey, well, how you doing, Magpie? Are you no? Because Magpie, since you've been with Carissa Rella's community, I assume that she's done like all of the Ace Attorney games. So I'm assuming you've seen the DLC case. This has been a ride so far, and I'm enjoying this ride quite a bit. But how are all of you, Rukov, Ray, Odumi, Queen Katie, Magpie? How are all of you? Rukov says to Ray, truth. Queen Katie says, finally feeling better now that I got my hands on some cough medicine. Good. Here's the thing, whenever I have a cough, the problem is like, when I'll go to like try and get something for it, like I think, I need some cough drops. I always get caught up in like how they taste. Cause like, you ever had like the Luden's cough drops, the cherry ones? They taste just like candy. And I don't think they do any actual good. I think it's just candy that isn't quite good enough to be candy. So they just like claim, it helps with your cough. And so I pop those, but I don't think it really does anything. But I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, and I hope the cough medicine starts going well. Maybe it's the liquid stuff, like a Robitussin. I don't know. My main problem when I get the cough is a lot of it's like sinus drainage, and attacking the throat doesn't really help with that. Anyway, I'll stop talking about gross stuff. Rukov says, hey, Odumi. Hey, Ray. Ray says, Queen Katie, hope you happy you're feeling better. And then hello, Rukov. And then it's Extemporaneous saying, narrator Logan Lore Extemporaneous, how are you? I hope you're going to be able to stick around. It feels so bad that, like, the last several times you have to lurk right away. It's so good to see you. How are you? Let's load up the game here. So we are in Turnabout Reclaimed. And spoilers, for anyone who wasn't here last time, our client is a whale. Like an orca. A killer whale. And I think the murderer might be this penguin. I don't know. And our sweet, innocent little friend here, Pearl, who I still kind of feel like we need to see as an 8-year-old, even though apparently she's 17 now, has a friend that's like a rapper or something. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here that I just don't want to question it. It's all bizarre. It is crazy. And we're just enjoying the ride. Rukov says to hello to Queen Katie. Extemporaneous says defend anything. Anything. Yes, Extemporaneous. The Write Anything Agency will defend anything. I defy you to come up with something that Phoenix Wright will not defend. All right, so Rifle is the name of the penguin. For those who missed it, let's play a little bit till we get some background music. Then I can read a little bit more in the chat here. See you again sometime, Rifle. Okay, let's go rifle. See a small fry. I think that was his voice. I don't know what a rapper voice sounds like. I feel like if I try to do a cool kind of rapper voice, it's just gonna either be offensive or just show how painfully non-hip I am. Oh, Mr. Nick, I didn't see you there. Ah, there's the music. Bop, 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 bop. Did we present everything to her? I think we did. Did we even present her calendar to her? Isn't it cute? I really love this calendar. It's shaped like a penguin. Hey, it's pretty cute, isn't it? Maybe I should buy a calendar for the office before I leave. I always run out of room to write appointments in my planner. Why don't you just put your appointments on your phone? I'm not very good at using electronic devices. Have we seen his phone recently? Because last time we saw it, it was like a Nokia phone. Has Phoenix graduated into the smartphone era? Oh, neither am I. We have something in common. Now I feel left out. That's right, you should feel left out for not being a boomer. All right, we're gonna be talking to her in a second here. But let's I'm gonna read some more in the chat now that we got some music. But how are all of you? How is your weekends going? Mine's been interesting. So I had to take Pepper, my cat, into the vet on Friday, and so she's got now like a cone for the next while. And she is not happy, and it's so hard, like, seeing her so unhappy with this cone on. I mean, it's not like hurting her or anything, but it's like discouraging her from having the fun, whimsical, I was gonna say adventures, because it's not really adventures, but attitude that she normally has. Let's see, Exterminator says, learn something new with Rukov, trademark. So that reminds me, the other day I learned that apparently there is a city called Logan, and that is wild. Here in Utah, there might be in other states too. But yeah, up in Cache Valley is the city of Logan. That is absolutely correct, Extemporaneous. I have been there once. Quick Kitty said, also, according to my dad, the difference between the daytime and nighttime cough medicine is like 0. So I guess it's a placebo unless I knock out at some time, to which I'm cool. I always thought that like NyQuil, for example, has some type of a sleep agent, like a sedative thing in it, right? Isn't that the only difference? Like one's drowsy and one's, maybe I'm wrong. Magpie says, Magpie's do good. So yeah, Carissa has done everything but investigations. And the end of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2, but I'm the one who got Carissa into Ace Attorney. Oh, really? So you have played it all. I played Investigations 1. I loved it. I've yet to find a Twitch-approved legal way to play Investigations 2. But after we do this, we'll probably do Spirit of Justice, then eventually Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So yeah, it'll be good stuff. Okay, let's talk relation to rhymes. Because I don't trust this guy. He's like 22 or 23, maybe 21, I don't know. But he's friends, in quotes, with a 17-year-old girl who we're probably supposed to protect. Hey, Pearly, you and Mr. Rhyme seem to be really good friends. Could you tell us more about your relationship? Well, What? Psyche locks. Crap, he's a groomer. Oh, just one, though. So he's only kind of a groomer. Pearls, why do I see a Psyche lock? Oh, this is great, because she knows what a Psyche lock is. Why do I see a Psyche lock?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dick, but I really shouldn't talk about it.
I don't really feel right about digging into Pearl's affairs. She shouldn't be having affairs. But she was here at the aquarium at the time of the incident. Whatever she's hiding could help us in court. Sorry, Pearls, but I'll have to use my Magatama on you. All right, here's we're gonna do this. Magatama. We're just right away breaking a friend's locks. Let's see. Weedle. Oh, there's Weedle. Say nerd. How you doing, Weedle? I will take nerd. Nerd is preferable to what is it? Stinky puppy kicker not having enough fun dip man. I'll take nerd. I feel like nerd is a step up. Quick Kitty said, yeah, I hated the cough drop, so I got the liquid one and some pops just in case. Pops. Can you elaborate? Xavier says, speaking of knockout, sleeping is like time travel. Did you ever think about that? Like you zone out for what feels like 2 minutes, you're transported like 8 hours in the future. Yes, in fact, there's so many times where it's like, I will procrastinate going to bed at night because I'm not looking forward to the next day. Do you guys have I mean, it's gonna be the same amount of time regardless, but time just like fast forwards when you sleep. And so it's like, if I go to bed now, then boom, now it's gonna be morning. But if I stay up another 2 hours, then I have 2 hours before morning, and it's not good. That is not what you should do. But yes, extemporaneous, you are absolutely correct. A psyche lock, a lock on a person's heart that only I can see. The deeper the secret is hidden, the more locks there will be. Pearl's only... Why? Edgeworth, all we're doing is busting a young girl's lock. Why you got a problem with that, Miles? Thank you. Oh, it's Rukov. For some reason, I thought it was Weedle who had done that. Thank you, Rukov. Okay, well, Pearls only has one lock, so I should be able to undo it fairly easily. But if I make a mistake, I'll be locked in a loop and won't be able to move forward. Okay, time to give it a try.
Relation to rhymes.
Pearls, you have to tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes.
Relationship? There is no relationship between Mr. Marlin and me. We're just a visitor to the aquarium and an animal keeper at the aquarium. That's all.
But there are areas where ordinary visitors to the aquarium don't get to go. You were here before the incident occurred, weren't you? Is the staff corridor. That's what somebody said, right? She was in the staff corridor.
Take that!
That's easy. We didn't even have to find evidence. We just remembered what somebody said. Let's see, Queen Katie said, yeah, time is spooky. And there's Eglin. How you doing, Eglin? Says, starting some new meds today. Supposed to be a very tiny part of my various unresolved health issues. Hope for the best. Okay, so yeah, please let us know. I hope this helps. I let us keep us updated. Like if it shows improvement. Other than that, which I think that's probably a good thing. Other than that, in addition to that, I should say, how are you doing? Exterminator says, Pearl is staring into our souls. Well, she can probably see into them with her spoopy powers.
Yes, that's right. But how did you know?
Someone told me you were there.
I got confused and went the wrong way.
That diagram showed velvet ropes.
I didn't know it was a corridor just for the staff.
Oh, did you see that little sweat droplet? I think it's the first time we've ever seen Pearl nervous.
But that's all it was, Mr. Nick. It didn't have anything to do with Mr. Marlin.
Sounds reasonable. I guess I better move on to my next topic. Actually, there's something else I've been wondering about, Pearls. Why do you smell like fish?
Fish? What makes you think I smell like fish?
Well, there's a certain someone who convinced me it wasn't my imagination, and that's Rifle, because Rifle likes her, yeah, I think? And we don't have HP meters, so I don't need a safe scum.
Rifle?
She's apparently very attracted to the smell of fish. But who isn't? Chat, admit it. Are you attracted to the smell of fish? Rifle didn't want anything to do with Athena. I mean, that's understandable, because she's Athena, even though she had a bunch of fish. So why then was Rifle so attracted to you, Pearls?
I don't know.
Looks like she's still not ready to talk about it. You had an object with you that smelled fishy too. It's the calendar. So this is definitely just a tutorial Magatama thing, because it's showing us how we can point to things, how we can present people, how we can present evidence. Let's see, Quigata says to Eglin, yeah, here's to feeling better for stuff. Tips glass of grape juice. I will tip my glass of water. Tip, is that, did you tip a glass? That's where you like, is it because you clank it? Is that how you do it? Xeria says, random Transformers check. Doom Wings, crap, Doom Wings, I'm trying to remember if that was that a mini-con? I know I don't have Doom Wings, but I know I've heard the name Doom Wings. That's one I'm not actually familiar with. Right off the bat, right off the top of my head. But I know I have heard that name, Doom Wings. In fact, actually, it might be like a toy-only character from the live-action movie series. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Extemporaneous, you stumped me. Rukov says, there is a city in Utah called Logan. That is not even one of the weird name cities. Tooele, Levan, naval spelled backwards, as in the center of the state. Yeah, trivia. Hurricane, not pronounced how you think it is. Leverkin, Lehi, Nephi. Here's the thing, I think we talked about Hurricane before when we were doing the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach streams, because people are like, it takes place in Hurricane, Utah. It's like, it's not pronounced Hurricane, Utah. It's Hurricane, Utah. It's a whole thing. Exterminator says, so how do they pronounce it then? Exterminator says, there's one guy they didn't defend. He did nothing wrong. I mean, other than a couple of murders. Okay, so what really did he do wrong besides 2 murders, some falsifying of evidence, and a bunch of perjury? and potentially treason, since he was like a spy for another country. Other than that, that's just 5 things. Other than that, what did he do that was so wrong? Quick Kitty says, sadly, I don't think Phoenix ever upgraded. I wonder if Wiki will tell me. It says, I think at best, Phoenix has graduated to a 2008 Razer flip phone. Oh, he should have one of those. With the Razer flip phones, were they the ones that, wait, no, those flipped up. Which were the ones that like spun open, like it rotated out like that? That's the kind I want to see Phoenix having. I don't know why. You had an object with you that smelled fishy too. In fact, I think this has something to do with your secret. Is this? The fishy-smelling calendar has something to do with your secret, doesn't it, Pearls?
I can't lie to you, Mr. Nick. I'll tell you about me and Mr. Marlin and about the calendar.
This had better be an appropriate relationship. If he's like dating her, we're gonna beat the crap out of him, huh?
He faked evidence. For reference, Phoenix lost his job presenting one in court and had to be homeless for 7 years.
Okay, oh, the Vero! How you doing, Vero? Thank you so much for the 10 bits. Okay, well then in that case, like I said, he falsified evidence, so that's basically the same thing. So in that case, I feel like Fulbright's punishment should have been equivalent to Phoenix Wright. Say, you can't be a lawyer. Not a big deal, he's not a lawyer. And Phoenix, I mean, he wasn't homeless as much as an orphan took over his home, right? I mean, or does he live in his office? For some reason, I think I just always assumed he lived in his office. No, because that used to be Mia's office. Is Phoenix homeless? Was he couch surfing in Edgeworth's office? I've got a lot of questions now. I think that Fulbright should be allowed to crash at Edgeworth's place. I would love to see like a buddy cop series with Gumshoe and Fulbright. I'm totally on board with that, but thank you so much for the 10 bits, Vero, and how are you doing? Phew, it was only one lock. Oh, wrong button, but it sure took some work. Relation to Rhymes. Please tell me about your relationship with Mr. Rhymes, you 17-year-old girl standing next to a 21-year-old man.
I became distracted by the gift shop almost as soon as we got to the aquarium. Before I knew it, everyone else had moved on and I got lost. I was so embarrassed to be lost at my age.
Oh, Pearls. I know big crowded places are hard for you. I don't know if this place counts as crowded. There's like 5 people in this entire building.
I sort of panicked and went down the wrong corridor.
Just panicked and went around the ropes.
I ended up in the food prep room, and that's where I met Mr. Marlin. I really startled him when I called out to him. He jumped so much he startled me too, and I lost my balance and fell down.
Isn't this how like anime relationships start, that people bump into each other? You like bump into an anime girl as like toast sticking out her mouth. Thank you, Toilet Duck. I will save right now, Toilet Duck. Thank you. Oh, wrong button. I don't want history. I want options. I need my options. And we're just gonna save right here. Thank you, Toilet Duck. I don't know what's, it's Wendy. Wendy, how are you doing? I'm already behind in chat, so I'm missing people. How are you?
Because it's a game.
Yes, Monokume, it is a game. It is a game. Let me read some more in the chat then. Let's see. Oh yeah, Magpie was talking about how it was a Razer flip phone. Rukov says to extemporaneous can. Quick 80 says, Wiki says no, Phoenix is still old. Such a boomer. Oh, I guess he's not technically a boomer, because like a boomer realistically is someone who's born in like the 1940s, right? Because that's when the baby boom was. It was post World War II. I don't think Phoenix Wright was born in the 1940s. I could be wrong. Let's see. Eglin says, sometimes I read the lines along with Logan in my own little voices, and I keep catching myself doing the same Pearl voice. Oh, it's me, like the deep one? Like I try to do a high-pitched one, and then my brain defaults back to the deep one. Oh, that makes me so happy. If you have better voices for any characters, like I'm still not sold on the one for Marlon Rhymes, and I know there's at least one other character we're going to meet that I don't know what we're going to do for him. But if anybody has suggestions for their voices, I'd love to hear it. Vera says, do they give you 25% off in Logan City if your name is Logan? They should. I mean, I should probably have to present my ID so people don't like falsely claim to be a Logan, but they should. X-Ray says, this sounds like great VA training to Eglin. Quick Gator said, my dad looked at the directions, ingredients, everything on both boxes, and it was the exact same. Really? Maybe it is just marketing then. I feel like I've been lied to.
Oh, Mr. Nick, I spilled so many fish all over the floor.
I guess that happened. I guess that explains why you smell fishy. Pardon the pun. With Tabara?
Any chance you can give a character a kinda sorta Pegasus voice?
Just any character. Okay, how about the next guy? The next guy that we see. Because I don't know if I can do a really authentic Pegasus. I can do what I imagine, like, in my head Pegasus ought to sound like. But just like, ooh, Yugi boy type of a voice. We can do that we got one more guy coming up, I think, that we're going to meet. We'll see if it fits. We'll see how well it meshes. And you can rate me on the voice then. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. And Wendy, did I ask, how are you doing? How is your weekend going? I think I saw a notification on my phone the other day that you were streaming, but I wasn't able. No, I did catch it, but then I had to leave because I had to go to the improv show. That's right. I was watching because you were doing the rhythm game. Was it Bang Dream something Sakai Girls? It was like a whole band of girls on stage, and yeah, I don't know the difference between rhythm games. I did see one that looked interesting. I wanted to mention to you at some point, but I should probably get back to the game for right now. But how'd the rest of your stream go, Wendy? For those who haven't checked out Wendy's streams, you really ought to. I guess that explains why you smell fishy. Pardon the pun.
Yes, and my calendar fell out of my bag and got buried.
Bro's literally, I don't think.
Oh, it's a Wendy shout out.
Yet.
I was suddenly jolted by oh, look at that!
Never mind.
It's from the Dual Coliseum game.
Oh,
A sip of water while this is happening. Those were really fun streams. I thoroughly. Oh, Logan's still defending it. I know. Okay, I know he's a murderer, but hear me out. Yeah, so I'm guilty of that as well. Oh, Danganronpa 2. I miss those days. Thank you very much for the Logan Clip Roulette. Well, I don't know if that was Ruka or Vera who did it, but whoever did it, thank you very much. But it doesn't explain why Pearls wanted to keep it a secret. Why did you hide it? Why did you want to hide your meeting with Mr. Rhymes?
Well, I didn't want him to get in trouble over feed sanitation regulations because of me. And Mr. Marlin said he didn't want anyone to know he was in the food prep room.
Huh? Why not? What was he doing in there?
Before I spoke to him, he was staring at a calendar. But because of me, he dropped his calendar too. We had to search for it among the fish.
That's kind of fishy behavior. Maybe he's a murderer. Wait a minute, this calendar of yours, it already has writing on it.
It does, but I didn't write anything on it yet.
There's something written here under today's date. Let's see. It says kill the boss. Meet the captain at the Orca pool at 7 a.m.
Maybe my calendar and Mr. Marlin's got mixed up.
Pearls, about what time did you run into Mr. Rhymes?
I think it was about 10:15 when he had the info desk announce I was lost. So I must have first gone into the prep room at about 10:10.
I'm sure this is going to be relevant to the murder somehow, but it's always interesting how we just hear all this unrelated stuff that becomes important later on. Let me read some more comments in the chat, though. Let's see, Rukov says, the main difference is that Dayquil is a non-drowsy formula with a decongestant phenylephrine to help treat your cold or flu symptoms during the day, while many NyQuil products contain sedating antihistamine and can help you sleep at night. So that's for NyQuil and Dayquil, but apparently we still need to find out if there's any actual difference in the cough medicine that Queen Katie has. Queen Katie said, Pearly,
ooh, I have a lock.
Magpie says, gosh, the dialogue really does make this suspicious. Yes, it does. It makes it seem like something highly inappropriate is happening between a 17-year-old girl who also in this game series used to be an 8-year-old. Now, I know what you're saying, Logan, every 17-year-old girl used to be an 8-year-old. Yeah, but this is different. Quiet. I see. Do you mind if I hang on to this calendar for a while? It might be a clue to the victim's movements before he was killed.
All right, but be sure to give it back to Mr. Marlin later, okay?
Calendar updated in the court record. So apparently belongs to Rhymes. It was accidentally switched with Pearl's calendar around 10:10 a.m. Now, when he says captain, is he talking, he's talking about the whale, right? Because I don't think the boss was named Captain. Everyone, well, not everyone, but what's her name? Sasha keeps calling the orca captain, right? Good. Now maybe I'm ready to remove Ms. De Plume's psyche locks too. Okay, so I guess we can just, can we present anything else to her? Or what if we present the calendar again? Will we get something different? Oh no, same thing. Blah, 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 blah. Six Simmernays replying to Vero says, they should have a meeting of all the Logans. That reminds me of how there was a city in Texas called Kyle, where they had a meeting of all the Kyles, and they tried to break the world record for the 19th, but they failed with only 703 Kyles. Okay, but they need at least 2,236 Kyles to beat the record. Here's the thing that gets me about that. Supposedly, the Guinness Book of World Records only contains records that are likely to be attempted to be beaten, which means that apparently there are meetings of Kyles frequently. But what it reminds me of, do you guys remember when there was the Josh fight? When it was, where was it? It was like in Nevada or Arizona or New Mexico or something like that. Like all the Joshes of the world were supposed to meet together and fight to unveil the one true Josh. And a whole bunch of Joshes went down and they quote unquote fought. And I guess there was like a little kid Josh, and so all the other Joshes like pretended to be defeated by him. And so he became like the winning Josh. Okay, so we should be able to go back to the Pub O' Danger and talk to this lady. Actually this lady, I was trying to do like a Marilyn Monroe type of a thing. I don't know if this is really working, but maybe this is the lady who should have the Pegasus voice. If Wendy is here, I'll when we see this lady's first line, I'll do it both ways. And Wendy is going to get the deciding vote as to which voice she's going to have.
July 20th, Ship Shape Aquarium, Pub O' Danger.
So this is her.
You people again? You're becoming quite the nuisance.
So that was the voice I was doing before.
But we could go, you people again, you're becoming quite the new...
That's not quite Pegasus.
Pegasus was Yugi boy. You people again, you're becoming quite the nuisance.
Which I think is actually just the Mitsuru Kirijo voice I'm doing in Persona 3. Huh. Well, Wendy, let me know what you prefer. I'm gonna stick with the old voice for right now.
If that veterinarian won't come out, then I might just have to give up and leave.
Veterinarian? Oh, because he's a vegetarian. Is that the oh no, Dr. Crab, Mr. Rhymes was talking about? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, no, because Marlon was he a vegetarian or vegan? He was something like that. Okay, so she's talking about the Dr. Crab guy. He's the guy we haven't met yet. Huh? What? Huh?
Pegasus, 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 Pegasus.
Okay, Wendy's decision was kind of hard to decipher. I'm not sure which she actually prefers. I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and think Pegasus. But and a poll just appeared. It says which voice? The one he has now, Pegasus, and quacking. I will not vote because I want this to be authentically democratic. I have always wanted to do a voice where I don't actually read any of the dialogue, but I feel like that wouldn't be very good for anyone who's like doing multitasking, doing other things with the stream. It's like the equivalent of, how do you guys feel about
Is he a veterinarian? Vegetarian? Reptilian?
Is he vegetarian, reptilian, Hugh O'Connor, he's Hugh O'Connor. Thank you very much, Vera, for the 10 bits. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna get tired of that stupid inside joke with this game. But yeah, do cast y'all's votes, by the way. In case that wasn't obvious, that's what you do with polls. But what is y'all's opinion of what you notice how like in movies and TV shows you'll have, like in Star Wars they had multiple characters, like it's like R2-D2, Chewbacca, where the character doesn't speak actual English but everybody else understands it and speaks English back, and that character understands and speaks that character's like language. Like, how do you guys feel about that? I have mixed feelings. I feel like it can be done well, but it's a bit overdone sometimes. Wow, this poll is currently a tie between Pegasus and the current one.
You are correct. He likes to shut himself up in that back room there and won't come out. But I don't think he's even in there today, so I'm about ready to go home.
She sure seems to know a lot about workings of this aquarium, and maybe a little something about the incident this morning too. Well, we saw in the security camera footage she watched as it looked like the orca was like killing the victim.
Mr. Wright, this is no time to be standing there thinking to yourself. It's time to put your psychedelic clock skills to work and uncover her secret.
That's Psyche Lock, Athena, Psyche Lock. I love how everybody else just like, our boss, like imagine, put yourself in Athena's shoes, like you become a lawyer, you pass the bar, you get a job at a law firm, and then your boss just kind of casually drops one day, oh yeah, by the way, I got magic powers. And you're like, oh yeah. And the biggest problem is you mispronounce the name of his magic powers. That's Psyche Lock, Athena, Psyche Lock. Well, first, I want to present all the new stuff that we got to her, see if there's anything new. What do you think about the calendar?
I have no interest in looking at meaningless trifles.
Okay, that's I think what she said before. So that's what she says when she doesn't know anything. And then fish. I think, okay, so that's everything, because we did already try showing her the camcorder. So let's talk to her. We gotta go Magatama. And she had 3, or was it 2 or 3? Just 2, there we go.
Why, you're here.
Ms. De Plume, I want you to tell me the secret you're hiding.
I'll do nothing of the sort. It would mean breaking my promise.
I don't know who you made this promise to, but you will tell me! You're not an aquarium employee, and yet here you are after the place is closed. That must mean you're connected to the incident involving the owner somehow.
Oh, I don't know anything about any incident involving the owner.
Oh, and the poll is done. And I'm assuming there's no extra voting because it looks like it is, there's nothing saying like points being spent. So it was a tie between the previous one. You attempted a Marilyn Monroe voice, which is not a good Marilyn Monroe voice, or Pegasus. So we're gonna go with Pegasus since Wendy seems very adamant about that. And I don't know, unless the only thing that'll make us redo this decision is if when we see Mr. Crab, if we look at him and he's like, yeah, this is a Pegasus guy, then we might trade them. No, I think you do. I have a piece of evidence here that suggests you do know something, and it's this, right? Because when we look at the security camera, that is obviously her right there, yeah. So let's present this. Take that. According to Detective Fulbright, who, by the way, is a wonderful person and not a murderer, neither murderer nor spy, this shows the orca attacking the victim. And the person in this footage is wearing an outfit just like yours, Ms. De Plume.
Oh, I suppose there's no hiding this bombshell figure, is there? Yes, it is I.
I didn't want to think about her figure. I wanted to go out of my way to not think about her figure. And I think I can guess why you're here at the aquarium. You aren't simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you really are is... Can we be dumb? I want to be dumb. Hang on. I want to save... Because I don't see any hit point bar. I want to save my game and I want to be stupid. So this is why she hasn't shown up in our court record. Because last time we tried looking at our court record, we wanted to see her to see how old she was. Oh, we did see it. 36. That's right. I'm gonna say police investigator. I'm gonna be dumb.
You're a police investigator. Oh, you're completely off the mark. I think you know full well that I'm not a police investigator.
I full well did not know that. You aren't simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you really are is... It's a witness. We're gonna say a ship-shape employee. I've got it. You are... Now, what do they call them here again? They're crewmates. You're a crew member of Shipshape Aquarium.
Oh, what amusing jokes you tell, Blue Boy. Even a child could tell you I am not an employee here. And please don't call them crew members. Have you no self-respect at all?
Ah! All right, fine. It's not like I wanted to call them that in the first place. You aren't simply here as a visitor to the aquarium. We're just gonna go through all the options there. You are a visitor who also happened to witness the death of owner Jack Shipley.
That is correct. Oh, I want to say it, but I promised the police.
It's not good for you to keep things inside, you know. I'm sure you'll feel much better once you get it all out. Come on, get it out. Just put your finger right down your throat. Just purge all of that out of you.
I give up. I'll tell you everything. Unlock successful.
Yay. Why is the lipstick that she pulls out of her cleavage so long? It unsettles me. As the Extemporaneous says, oh, I already read that. Queen Katie says, I got this brand of pops called Lollies. It's like a cough drop, but a lollipop. It's cool. I've had this other product for stomach aches. The color for the cough one is cool too. It's all blood red. It makes me feel like a vampire. Okay, when I was a kid, I always loved getting like Hawaiian punch and I'd pour it into like a glass and pretend that it was like blood and I was a vampire. So I approve of that. Ray says, I procrastinate sleeping because I don't like dreams. I like to sleep and wake up, but dreams are just annoying. Okay, I like good dreams, but these days I just keep having the same. I mean, I hesitate to use the word nightmare because it's not like I'm in danger of dying, but it's like a stress dream over and over and over again. We're at the point where I feel like I have more often nights where I do have it than I don't. And it's where I'm back in school, in like high school, and it's like the week before the end of the semester and I haven't attended any of my classes and I'm struggling to get caught up. And it's like, I mentioned that to my mom a couple of nights ago and she mentioned that she still has like those same type of dreams as well. So what is it about our school system that is so traumatic that people who go through it spend the rest of their lives with nightmares about it? See, Ray, Extemporaneous says, add quote, all we're doing is busting a young girl's lock. And then quote number 26 is, bro, have you ever wondered what it's like to have the original samurai dog in your mouth? Larry Butts by Clam RM. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, November 17th, 2021. Okay, let's see. If she wanted to tell me this badly, why couldn't she have just done so from the top?
I think anyone would agree that I held it in for as long as I could. But I couldn't be expected to withstand this commoner's badgering any longer.
Please calm yourself, Ms. DePlume. And that's top class badgering to you.
You are correct. I witnessed the killer whale's crime with my own eyes. You got a problem with that, blue boy?
Boss, Mr. Plume's anger is so powerful. Even I feel like I'm about to explode. You have to do something quick.
All right, pow! I didn't know what else to do. Please don't explode on me. All right, now we can talk to her about why she's here. See, Owen Vera says, should I? To the quote, I will trust your judgment on matters of moderation, of quotation, and matters of the heart. Exterminator says, nah, there's gotta be like a secret book of like forbidden Logan quotes. I could go in that one instead. I wonder if we can build a command for that somehow. Oh, and then Extemporaneous with a lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Extemporaneous. I don't know if you can hear me from your lurk, but I'm so glad that you were able to stick around for at least like a half hour this time. I was so bummed the last like several streams you've had to like lurk right away. So enjoy your lurk, Extemporaneous. Hopefully we'll see you back when you're done with whatever you got going on. Vera says, Logan has been spared. Quick-Gated is quote number 17, never trust a girl. Little Nightmares 2, October 23rd, 2021. Okay. Quick-Gated said, looks over to the bombing. Oh, okay, and a couple of bombings. Well, I guess he did one and the other guy did the other. Or he did, I can't remember exactly, but okay, 6 things he did. But it's, I mean, nobody was like hurt except for Apollo. And that wasn't even like his fault, really. I mean, there was Candace Arm was murdered, but that wasn't him. That was somebody else. Why you're here, lady? Could you start with telling me what you saw?
There's a 3D thing. I witnessed the very moment the killer whale attacked the victim. I told the police what I saw as well. I'm the sort of person who simply can't rest until the truth is known.
So both Ms. DePlume's statement and the footage point to Orla's guilt.
Pardon me, but you seem pretty pleased that you witnessed the incident.
I'm into death. You got a problem with that? What? Pleased? Shame on you. Are you implying that I'm happy about an innocent man's death?
What if he's not innocent? What if he wronged her in the past?
No, of course not. I just don't get this sense that you were afraid of Orla. It's more like you were interested in her.
Okay, so maybe she's the murderer. Okay, because we've obviously got, for suspects, We've got Sasha. It's not going to be her because she's the one that hired us. She desperately wants Orla to not be convicted. We've got Marlon Rhymes. He doesn't strike me as a murderer type. There's obviously the whole thing with him at 7 a.m., but I think that there's going to be an innocent explanation for that. Wouldn't be the first time, though, I would imagine, that Pearl's probably befriended a murderer. I bet she does that all the time. We've got Mr. Crab, Dr. Crab, whatever, who we haven't met yet. Maybe. We'll find out. I think maybe it's her. Maybe she, like, orchestrated it and then went down there to witness it so that there would be, like, good testimony against Orla. It's more like you were interested in her.
Are you? You know, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking that maybe. Are you perhaps one of my fans? Is that how you knew that I am the non-fiction writer Norma de Plume?
Oh, that Norma de Plume.
So, big fan, huh?
No, I've never even heard of her.
Also, I feel like our nonfiction... Do people keep track of nonfiction writers?
It's because on a lower level, high school and school in general was something big in our formative years. It is part of the reason when people misspell things that people jump down your throat. It's why when you're told you are wrong, the receptors in your brain that show you are feeling pain light up in a very real way. It is a minor trauma, and you spend the rest of your life coping with it.
Wow, in the past there have been Beeflong at TTS's where he sounds drunk. That one, especially in the second half, Beeflong was very serious.
In a very real way, it's a minor trauma.
Like, he was getting serious about that. But thank you for the explanation there. So it's because it was in our formative years, which I guess makes sense. But I also feel like there are other aspects of my formative years that were important that don't haunt my dreams in my adult life. I can't think of what they'd be, but I'm sure that there's gotta be some, right? But thank you very much for the explanation, and I'm sure that's probably accurate there.
Well, now that you figured me out, there's no sense in trying to hide who I am, I suppose. Talking to fans is part of a writer's duty, after all.
But I am not a fan, I tell you.
It's okay, she wants to talk, just pretend to be a fan, Athena. Non-fiction writer. So what exactly have you written, Ms. de Plume?
Oh my, you mean to say you truly aren't familiar with my work? I write the truth. I take great pride in my craft, you know. I've been gathering information on Orla, the killer whale, for a year now. I've been very worried about Orla's violent tendencies.
Okay, this makes me suspect her because she probably either has a grudge against Orla or was writing a book and realized this is boring. She's like a nice whale. I know how to spice this up with a little murder. It's gonna be like, she is... Okay, there's that old show, Murder, She Wrote. I've never actually seen an episode of it, but my understanding is that Angela Lansbury plays like a writer or something, and every episode she like stumbles upon a murder, and she's like a mystery writer, and she helps solve it. And I've seen people do the jokes that with
Yes, but you spent 12 or 13 years doing the same things that caused you stress. Ritually, you did these same things that caused you great anxiety. And then it stopped altogether.
See, but that's what I'm saying, is that it was like, that's trauma. It traumatized us. And so it goes back to what I was saying before, but yeah. So I'm glad that I wasn't traumatized by the things that I like, but thank you for the beef long at TTS. But as I was saying, I've heard people joke about the show Murder, She Wrote that Angela Lansbury is secretly a serial killer, and the reason why she always stumbles upon a murder is because she kills somebody and then frames somebody else for it. And so maybe that's what she's actually doing, that she is the meme of Angela Lansbury's character for Murder, She Wrote, that she is a writer who wants to write salacious things, or at least this one, I don't know if she's done this before, and then goes around causes the salacious thing, in this case a murderer, so that she can write about it, so that her books can be more spicy. So for those of you who are in that spoiler group chat, laugh about how I'm either way off the mark or miraculously correct about this very early on in the chapter, because I feel like there's no in between here.
And today, my concern was proven to be well justified.
Orla isn't violent. She's a sweet and gentle soul.
Oh, the moment you let your guard down with that killer whale, chomp! Ship-Shape Aquarium has always denied the killer whale's violent streak, but it has been rumored to attack people.
But rumors are just rumors. They aren't necessarily true.
Yes, I realize that, but I only write the truth. That is why I questioned the owner directly. But he refused to allow my research, and he even had the audacity to say to me, "You're nothing but a nuisance coming here day after day. Don't ever come back again."
Sounds like her research was a bit too much to take.
But then, how did you get in here if you've been blacklisted?
By murdering him.
Oh, I have my methods. Her methods are murder. This lady is shameless. Okay, Orla's violent streak. I assume we're gonna meet this Dr. Crab guy before the trial, right? I feel like we've been investigating for so long. Let me read some more in the chat, because I'm sure I'm like super behind. Let's see. Magpie says, was it the katana phone that spun outward? Maybe? I'm not like a phone expert. I do remember one time I saw like a list that somebody made of like some of the weirdest design phones that, because I guess it started out that, you had cell phones, they all look kind of the same. And then there was this weird period in, I don't know exactly what it was. It had to be like the early 2000s, like before the smartphone kind of became the main thing, where there was just this explosion of bizarre, like you'd flip it up and you have a full keyboard, you'd spin it around, you pop it out, and you do all these things. And now everybody is just, it's a black piece of glass. And that's all it is now. But maybe the katana phone, I'm gonna have to look that up. Wendy says, I totally did not forget it was Sunday. Trust me. Well, if you said trust you, then I got to believe ya. Vera said, hi, Wendy. Wendy says, woo, hi, Puzzles. Eglin said, I feel like Phoenix would have that top flip phone that plays Butterfly by Smile. Don't know. I bet that, well, he definitely is the type of person who would like never upgrade his phone unless it breaks, and then it would be like a huge crisis for him, I think. When he said, I am your... Oh, that was a song. I am your little butterfly. Crap, I know this song, but I don't remember the tune for it. But yes, I know the song you're talking about. When he says, in really bad quality. Quick Kitty said, I don't want history. I want options. I need options. When he said, hi, I'm good. Just got off work. Nice. How was work? Quick Kitty said, Phoenix is a 90s baby. So not a 1940s then. He's off by a good 50 years. So what would he be then? Gen X? Or millennial? I think 90s, that's Gen X. I don't know. When he says, I hate to admit it, but I feel like Phoenix is the type of person to stare at a card reader and say, it says remove card. Oh, because yeah, I always hate that, because like, have you guys noticed, you go to a card reader, it's like insert card, and you slip it in, and it's like, do not remove, do not remove, do not remove. And then as soon as it's time to remove, it's like, start making noise, like, purling. It's like, yeah, I know, you just have to tell me nicely. Like, give me like 30 seconds of just saying remove card, and then don't start panicking until after I have failed to follow your directions. Vera said, he's a millennial, shivers. He's your husband, Vero. When he says, yeah, Bang Dream Girls Band Party, that's what it is. Vera said, support my buddy, Wendy.
Monokuma Kigurumi is still paused.
Oh, good.
But Rukov is going to bed.
Oh, that's the end of the Beef Long and TTS. Good night, Rukov. Wow, you did 3 Beef Long and TTS. That is 75,000 channel points. How do you have so many channel points? But good night, Rukov. You're awesome. Sleep well. Get some rest. I'm sure you have an early morning, as always. If you can't sleep, feel free to come on back. But good night, Rukov. Weedle says to Wendy, busy, right? Wendy said, bro, I forget about the old mic quality. Yeah. Again, like, Jorge's funding for this microphone was like the greatest gift to this stream ever. When he says, Tweedle, I'm about to be dead. I have quite literally an hour of free time. I assume that's what he means by Skull. Rukov says, quote, I know he's a murderer, but hear me out. Sorry, I was getting thirsty again. Let's play a bit more. We won't let you speak badly of Orla. We're going to defend her.
I'm only stating what I saw with my very own eyes. I came to the aquarium today to observe the killer whale, but on my way to that thing's tank, I heard its cries.
You can hear Orla from the visitor's corridor?
There are speakers in the corridor up near the ceiling. Apparently, that speaker is there so visitors can hear the killer whale sounds. In any case, as I approached the killer whale's tank, I heard its cries. And when I arrived, I saw something terrifying.
What'd you see?
The killer whale stealing the swashbuckler spectacular hat the owner was wearing. And then, the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death with its jaws.
Was this the bite of 87? What? Okay, so I'm gonna guess that at this point he was already dead, because didn't we decide that the way he died was he had like what looked like a stab wound in the back of his head. So I'm guessing the actual murder, like, did something, stab in the back of his head, toss him into the tank, and this is Orla, like, finding it's like, oh no, my friend. Oh, my friend is beef long. No, my friend is dead. I'm going to perform tooth to abdomen resuscitation. Orla bit the owner to death? In justice we trust. So, I take it Ms. DePlume's just finished telling you what she saw. Miss ya, Fulbright. Let's see, Weedle says, sure, that what they all say. Monk says, is the evil reign of the justice guy over yet? Yes, it is. It is, Monk. We are now in a flashback chapter, where we're back to him just being just a silly little guy. Just our good friend. Veer says to Monk, yes, you are safe. Weedle says, puppy kicker, steak, nodding, eating enough fun dip man, and non-cool man. Aw. Veer said, we'll have to see him while investigating though. Monk says, dang, I missed it. When he says, also, Logan, I hate to break your heart, but I watched a P4 playthrough at work, and my friend hates Chie. You know what? I need to take the attitude when someone hates a character that I like. The same thing as when you have like a bowl full of Starbursts and someone's like, ooh, I hate the orange ones. And I go, you know what? More orange ones for me. They're my favorite. Your friend hates Chie, fine. More Chie for me. She's my favorite. I am enjoying all the characters. Persona 3 and Persona 5 is great. Persona 5 I still think is the best game so far of the 3 that I've played. But Chie is the best character. Love Chie. Detective Fulbright? I guess you've already heard it too. Yup, when we took her statement earlier. As you heard, I'm afraid that accidental death is really the only thing it could be.
Yes, a dangerous creature like that cannot be allowed to harm anyone ever again.
But she's not dangerous. I mean, how many days has she been here? And out of all those days she's been here, how many of those days has she done a murder? 1. It's like a really low percentage for the amount of times she could have murdered. Sorry, but the prosecutor's office said the case didn't have enough merit to go to trial. There was one prosecutor, though, who expressed an interest in the case. And it's gonna be Black Will for some reason? Really? Then could we have that prosecutor take a look at the investigation reports? Unfortunately, I doubt even he'd take action without evidence of a homicide. Look, I understand how you feel, Mr. Lawyer, but maybe you should give up on this one. Not a chance! We'll just re-examine the crime scene and strengthen our case. Well, if that's your version of justice, I won't stop you. We won't rest until we find proof it wasn't accidental death, Detective. You'll see. Let's go, Mr. Wright. Time to check out that crime scene one more time. Wait, really? I feel like we're just spinning our wheels.
July 20th, Shipshape Aquarium, Orca Pool.
All right then, let's start the re-examination pronto. That's Spanish. In English, it means pronto. I think I actually already did that joke once though. I'm gonna check out that mess in the back one more time. Okay, bye. Athena, wait, no running! Ah, sploosh! Oh, did she actually fall in? And then the whale eats Athena and it causes a paradox because this is the past. Are you okay? It didn't look like she tripped, but the whale did eat her. Athena's dead now. Oh, there she is. I think this is the first time we've seen this sprite of hers from the side. I keep forgetting that, yeah, since this is 3D, we could technically see any angle of the face. Grown, I slipped. What? I tried to click that before. That was under a crate before, and they wouldn't let me.
Sweet.
Oh, wait, no, crap, that's Pearl.
Beef long is just like sweet.
Beef long and Pearl is actually kind of close. Huh? Orla, what is it, girl? Ah! Oh, so someone stands there and they get killed with the ball. Athena, are you all right? She crashed into all that stuff behind her. Grown. I tried to get out of the way, but all I did was slip and fall again. That was a pretty amazing wipeout. Are you hurt? I'm okay, but why did Orla spike that ball at me? After all the fish I gave her, I thought she liked me. Maybe she thought you were the main entree? Very funny pause. Ha ha ha. You're in pain. In any case, let's give the ball back to Orla. Or we can investigate. Oh, there's a dummy. Well, it looks like everything got shifted around. Oh, it's Athena. Everything got shifted around when I fell on it. Does he have a Fist of the North Star markings? Is this Kenshiro? Are we already dead and we don't even know it? I'll read a few more comments in the chat because I know I'm still way behind. Let's see, Vera said, we will have to see him while investigating though. Malk says to Vero, dang, I missed it. Oh yeah, crap, I already read this stuff, already read it. Widow says to Malk, Malk? Malk says, no. See, because that's not Malk, just like you're not a Weedle. Vera says, 2 streams ago was his downfall. Weedle says, okay, just making sure you're not. Vera says, gasp, a true crime. When he says, she also hates Nanako's voice for some reason. She claims no 7-year-old would talk like that. Okay, but that is true. But I feel like that's common with a lot of just fiction in general. TV shows, cartoons, movies, books. Anytime you have a young kid, they never talk like young kids. And probably because the way that little kids like that talk can sometimes be annoyingly nonsensical, and like in real life, it's like, oh, that's cute. But when you're reading a book or watching a TV show and you're trying to make sense of things, it gets annoying, I would think. So I can understand that, but I still think, remember, if your friend doesn't like Nanako, you all bullied me for being mean to Nanako. Magpie says, I'm already voting Pegasus voice. I think we already did basically that same voice earlier in the game for, what was the guy with the cell phones on his shoulders from the yokai village? The one whose hair kept changing? But we can repeat it if it makes y'all's happy. Vera says, laughing. Magpie says, Dr. Crab is one of my faves. Well, we gotta get to him then. Vera said, oh, that's read by TTS. Vera said, you O'Connor did it again. I know Eddie with a hydrate command. Thank you very much. I'll do that right now. Thank you. And wow, we're already like an hour into stream and I've done nothing. Malk said, I didn't miss the Phantom stream. I just slept through it. Vera said, laughing, as a Fulbright hater, that's valid. Vera said, back room? Oh my gosh, the back rooms? Okay, let's click some more stuff. Hey, you're right. There are things now that we couldn't see before. Like another ball. I guess Orla really likes balls. Look, there's something new by the outline of the body too. We'd better take a good look around. And then I turn away from that stuff. All right, let's. Oh no, I want to go the other way. This way. And wait, I want to look at the stuff. How do I want to look down here. Why can I? Okay, I gotta. What? There we go. Okay, so there's. Oh, is that a bloody coin? It's a doubloon. Hello, traveler. I gotta look at this body first. Oh no, that child is hurt! What? Call an ambulance! Hi! It's just a dummy. By which I mean it's a stupid kid, so it's okay if he's dead. All right, so it's not quite the Fist of the North Star, because the Fist of the North Star, he's got scars in the shape of the Big Dipper. And so it's not quite that. It is? Oh, I mean, of course it is. I was just testing your response to an emergency. Yes, because this face is so realistic. And then why? Stop looking away.
Well, I guess we just found out that you don't bluff well under... Oh, this is me saying, I guess we just found that you don't bluff well under pressure. Grr, I guess I'll just have to keep practicing then. I wonder what the dummy is for anyway. Hey, it's Sasha!
Oh, that we use it to train Arla. It's smaller than a human, but it does the job.
Oh, okay, so the markings on his chest are probably Orla's tooth markings. And so we'll be able to get like a dental impression of that to see if it matches the markings then on the chomp taken out of the side of Shipley, right?
Some of our tricks can be pretty dangerous, so Arla practices them on the dummy first.
Forget the tricks, those bite marks look pretty dangerous. Wendy, were you here before when we met our fine Sasha pirate lady? I think you, I can't remember who all was here, but I want to make sure that everybody appreciates her because she's just delightful. Okay, so hang on, there's another ball. Can we, if we rotate back around, can I, oh, I don't want to click there, nothing much here. I wanted to back, there we go. Like, can I click this ball? No, that's already done. I want to click Orla.
Orla's not going to notice me from here.
I'd better move around to the front. Okay, because we know that we got to look at that coin anyway, but I want to click other things first. Oh, already clicked. Okay, so I guess that's the only thing that we can investigate is all this stuff down here. So the coin's obviously going to be the big thing. Let's click everything else first. We got this giant part of a sword. There's a broken sword here. I'm getting really tired of this camera zipping back and forth, though. The tip of the blade is missing. Guess it just broke off? Don't tell me it happened when Athena fell over. You better not be trying to pin the blame on me, boss. What? No, of course not. No use trying to hide it. It's written all over your face. Besides, the broken part isn't even here. How could it have been my fault? I'd better watch what I think or I'll get every little thing thrown back into my face. Maybe she ate the other part. I don't know, there's a tentacle. Looks like we just found that giant octopus prop's missing leg. Wow, I bet you could get a whole lot of carpaccio from a giant leg like that. Is that carpaccio? Is that another word for like eating octopus? Carpaccio. Am I saying that right? I don't know. See, Eglin said, for some reason I got reminded of how I played DDLC with my best friend, and he read all of Yuri's lines in Spanish only. Malk says to Vero, yes, I hated him. There's Rukov with the poll results from earlier. Vera said her lipstick shade is throwing me off. Quikita says, rawr, I clicked the back button by mistake. Oh no! Vera says, welcome back from the void.
Hey, Logan.
Ah! Tiff, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 10 bits. How are you, Tiff? How has your weekend been going? It is so good that we're getting to have like good Fulbright back again. But what's up? Because I'm trying to keep track of who was and wasn't here last time. Just in case I need to recap anybody to anybody the insanity of what's been going on here. But again, Tiff, thank you for the 10 bits. Even if you're being scary. But how are you? Because what's calamari? That's what I normally think is like the word for octopus or no, squid? Is calamari squid or octopus? Ooh, let's go to the ocean and try and catch a giant octopus of our own. Yeah, but even if we did catch one, how are you planning to slice it up? Keen problem? That's what man invented chainsaws for. I've never seen anyone so heck bent on chomping down some giant octopus. Well, I doubt we could catch one that big anywhere near the shore anyway. The more roadblocks you throw up, the more I want to do it, you know. Ooh, I can't wait to get started. It would appear that Operation Discourage Insanity has backfired. I miss having Apollo do commentary. Apollo was fun. Why does Apollo have to, like, be a loser now that just cleans toilets? Okay, so I guess the last thing is just gonna be the bloody, wait, well, we can do the footsteps? We can't do the, okay, let's take a look at the footsteps first, then we'll look at the bloody coin. Hey, look at this mark on the floor. What do you suppose it is?
That's where we stand when...
Oh crap, it's turned into Hugh O'Connor.
Keep wanting to do Scottish voice. Aye, that's where we stand when we want to play volleyball with Arla.
Volleyball, huh?
Yeah, if we stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us.
So when Arla spiked the ball at me earlier? That was one of her tricks? Oh, that doesn't mean she hates me!
Nah, she wanted to play with ye. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time.
Okay, so the captain is the boss then. Huh?
For an Apollo trilogy, there is no Apollo in sight.
I know, there is a surprising lack of Apollo. It's odd. I mean, it does just sort of feel like new protagonist. You like him, but not enough. All right, Phoenix is back. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Okay, let me read some more comments in the chat though, because again, I'm behind. See, Queen Kitty says, yes, but now some of my chat is in the void. Surely Logan will read them soon. Well, fine soon. I feel like that's a relative term. Eglin said, oh, also my dogs are coming back tonight. She'll be here in like 2 hours or so. Oh, Eglin, okay, if your dogs get back before the stream is over, let us know. You probably want to run off and play with the dogs. That's totally understandable. That is what you should do, but just let us know. I'm excited for you. Vera said, she's a bad reporter, y'all. Says, please send pics in Pet Channel 1. Yes, please do. When he said, I just can't stop dreaming about work. I'm like, let me breathe. I'm off the clock. Vera said, dude, I still stream about going to take exams. The time is running out. Says, I'm a whole teacher now. Please spare me. I feel like that would almost bring it back to the forefront of your mind more often because you're still in that setting, you know? Eglin said, I put one from this morning when my brother picked them up. Let's see. Vera says, cheers. Queen Katie says, ow, my eye. Why would you poke it, lady? There's a TTS from Wendy that I don't think got read. It said also, oh my gosh, Logan, I don't know if you saw in general chat, but I beat Weedle with Exodia. So I saw some stuff. I didn't see exactly what it was. So congratulations first on beating Weedle. Because I do feel like in your rivalry between the two of you, I love you both. You're both great. You're both my friends, but I feel like you're the good guy and Weedle's the villain. I don't know why I get that vibe. I don't know, but yay. Vera says, cheers. Already read that from Queen Katie says, okay, Logan, what do you recall the killer in case 2 of Apollo Justice? Just like Sasha right now. Just saying, wait. Do you recall the killer in case 2 of Apollo Justice? Oh crap, do I? Because the first case in Apollo Justice was the Borscht Bowl Club. And that was the one with, you had Olga Arle and Clavier. What was the second case? Was that the O'Dunes Noodles one? What was the... I'm gonna have to think about that because it's been so long since I played it. Kuketi said, just saying. And Vera said, why is he saying it all sultry? I know Beef Longa was being very into that. When he says, so deep, Beef Longa, says bros thinks he's the Dark Knight or something. Vera said, Logan wouldn't survive watching Detective Conan. I've seen like a whole bunch of episodes of Detective Conan, and I enjoy it. It's just one of those things that I feel like it's hard to find on streaming because everybody has like just small chunks of it here and there. I can't just like sit down and just watch it and binge it, you know? It'll be like, here's the first 3 seasons and I'll watch that. And then it's like, here's season 57, huh?
It is the Elder Noodle, the nurse girl wearing wings.
The nurse girl wearing wait. Why am I thinking? For some reason, the first thing that's popping to my head from a nurse girl was do you remember in Edgeworth Investigations, the first one? There was the flight attendant who had like the little bubble pipe. I think it was a bubble pipe. It had like a little Popeye. It's got a kind of face and really crazy low cleavage. Crap, who is the nurse? I'm gonna have to Google this. I am sorry, I need to Google this. Apollo Justice characters. I'm just gonna see characters from Apollo Justice. I just want to see characters from Apollo Justice, the game. Why is it not showing me? Hang on, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. So we want Olga Orley. There we go. Trucy Hickfield. Oh, it was Alita Tiala. Was that her? Yeah, well, she was where at first it was like, oh, she's really cute. And then she ended up just being awful woman. Okay, yes, wait, but she wasn't a nurse though. What? Oh yeah, she was a nurse, that's right. Because that's how she met it. Oh, I forgot that she was a nurse. For some reason I was like imagining her being in a nurse uniform. And I am like rambling about nonsense that doesn't really matter. Okay, so I forgot it. So yeah, because it was, because there was the one guy who looked kind of like Naruto because he had like the little, like, whisker things in his face. And he was trying to confess because he wanted to be all tough, but he had like a bullet that was lodged in his heart or something.
Yar, she loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time.
Oh, Sasha looks so sad.
Okay, time to snap out of it. This is no time to be all dejected and mopey like a blobfish.
Okay, to be fair, I have heard, like, have you seen blobfish and they look all blob-like? My understanding is that's not what they actually look at the depths of the ocean. The reason why they look that way when people bring them up to the surface is because they have them ascend up through the lack of water pressure too quickly, and it, like, messes them up and turns them into a blob. That underwater, apparently, they just look like pretty normal fish. That's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right? What's a blobfish? Or do I not want to know? Okay, so we click that. Anything else we haven't clicked? I thought we were gonna click the other volleyball. Okay, so finally, bloody coin! Our doubloons! Full of the blood! What's this, a coin? Mr. Right, there's blood on it! Let's say Pirates X gold coin. Oh, is that a star? What?
Katie's point was to not think Sasha's out as in suspect because she asked for a lawyer and later did too.
Oh, that is true. I forgot, yeah, because she came to the Right Anything agency. That is a fair point. Can I instead decline suspecting Sasha because she's delightful? I mean, her scowl is a little bit scary, but I love her puns, and the pirate motif is a lot of fun. So can I choose to I hope this isn't like another thing where she'll end up being guilty and I'll be doing like all right, I know she's a murderer, but I don't want the good ones to be murderers. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. That makes sense, Vero. I appreciate it. You're right, but it's dried. Do you think it could be the victims? And what was it doing all the way over here in the first place? I'm not sure, but now that we found blood outside the pool, it just might help us prove that there's more to this case than just accidental death. Yeah, because it's dry. It couldn't have, like, happened in the water. Huh?
Nope. So is Fulbright, and we all saw what happened. Logan rates sad.
But can we just... This takes place in the past. Can we pretend that we don't know about the future? It was the worst. That was the worst. Because it was like 4 streams that we had to deal with the knowledge after we figured it out. And then just... It was like watching a slow motion train wreck. I hated it. But thank you so much for the 10 bits, Tiff. I appreciate it. Hey, you're right. Orla certainly can't leave the pool after all.
Bloodstained coin added to the court record.
See, it fits perfectly in the coin slot in the back of his head there. Speaking of coins, take a look at this. There are a few coins around the body here, too. You're right, boss, but where did they go? They aren't here anymore. You don't think somebody picked them up, do you? Hey, Sasha, would you happen to know anything about this coin?
Oh, I guess I missed one. I just finished cleaning up the rest of them.
You picked up all the coins already? I was gonna say she shouldn't mess with a murder scene, but I guess the police don't think it's actually a crime scene.
That's right. After the police finished their investigation, they gave me the go-ahead. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm still missing a few.
Well, if they aren't beside the pool, maybe they're in the pool? Let's go to that ladder over there and take a peek at the bottom of the pool, boss. Okay. I can't see anything from here. I'll take a look if I want to buy the ladder. I gotta press the BM buttons. The BM. There we ooh. Oh, there's lots of coins. Lots of sparklies. I just gotta click everything, I guess. Look! I think I see something at the bottom of the pool. Hee hee, I knew it! Want me to go down and check? You can't jump in dressed like that! You'll drown under the weight of your clothes. Wait, what? How heavy are her clothes? Read some more comments in the chat. Sequin says to Vera, oh yeah, for sure. Vera said, bro stumbles upon crime scenes daily. Oh, that is true. That is the one thing that's like tough about those type of murder mystery shows. Now you can, in theory, write some of that off by the fact, because there's what's the character's name in Detective Conan? The guy with the mustache. It's like a police guy. And so he obviously should be investigating murders, but it's when they just always happen to stumble upon them. Like, I think the last episode I saw, there was one where there was like, we're gonna go to an Olympic swimming event. What? One of the swimmers got murdered.
Vera says, I really love how they acknowledge it, though, even calling Conan the Grim Reaper. Quigatus says, keyboard slam, for real, the episode me and Dad just watched yesterday, the police called Maury the death god, lol. Vera says, ad quote, I have my methods. Her method is murder. Thank you for the quote. Vera says, Logan should play Indigo Park. Okay, yeah, I added it to my Steam library because it's free. Have you guys seen this game? Is there more interest in Indigo Park? It looked very similar to, I don't know, the pictures in the trailer kind of reminded me of Poppy Playtime, which I enjoyed. But have more of you besides Ray also seen Indigo Park? I would love to get y'all's feedback on it. Rukov says, oh, that was read by TTS. Quingeta says, goodnight, Rukov. Vera says, goodnight, Rukov. Quingeta says, mod powers. Vera says, everyone say, thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Mr. Jorge. Quingeta said, BRB gonna warm up some leftover food, Lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Queen Katie, enjoy your food. Vera said, see you when you get back. Diddy says, yo, how you doing? I don't trust Fulbright. Diddy, I'm doing all right. How you doing? Even though I know I shouldn't, I choose to trust him. Okay. You can't jump in there dressed like that. You'll drown under the weight of your clothes. No, I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know. Be that as it may, that pool's really deep. I doubt you can hold your breath that long. But maybe Sasha can. I hope we get an animated cutscene of her diving in. That'd be really cool. Boo. We just fade to black and you hear a splash. Phew.
Phoenix, look at all the coins I found at the bottom.
Thanks, Sasha. So there really were more of them down there, huh? We seem to be finding them all over. I wonder how many there are altogether.
Including the ones I put away, there are 300 of them. They're for the show.
Sounds like they'd be heavy.
About 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than a string fish. Well, I'd better go put these coins away where they belong.
So 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene, one of them with blood on it. If we were in England, I wonder if those coins would be worth 7 pounds? They have to be related to the case. I wonder how the blood got on that one coin. Wait a minute. Could it be? Remember how Detective Fulbright said that they couldn't find a murder weapon? Well, what if these coins were the weapon? Huh? How can a little coin kill a grown man? I've tried and never succeeded. Vera says to Diddy, and you're right in that. Oh, there's a clip from Vero. Hang on, let me load this up the clip viewer so we can all watch it together. As always, first clip of the night takes just a little bit longer to load up than subsequent clips will. This clip title says, The Bite of 87 is canon in Ace Attorney. I don't know if there's more after that because that's where it cuts off. So let's watch this clip real quick.
The killer whale stealing the swashbuckler spectacular hat the owner was wearing. And then, the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death with its jaws.
Was this the Bite of 87?
The killer whale stealing.
What the crap was that voice I did there? Thank you very much for the clip, Vero. I appreciate it. Diddy says, wait, I am right? Vera said, not gonna elaborate here. Diddy said, guess that's a yes. Fulbright up to no good. See, Diddy says, aw, crap. Quickaty says, I'm back, welcome back. Ray says, Finn's out for Orla. Oh, there's more clips. There's more clips. Okay, let's watch these other 2 clips and we will get back to the game. I promise we'll get back to the game. Let me load the clip viewer back up just 1 second. This first clip from Vero is titled Video Game Logic. So let's check this out. What? I tried to click that before. That was under a crate before and they wouldn't let me. What? And again, I feel like so much of this game would be easier if it would just let me do the things I want to do. And one more clip. This was titled Get Smacked Kid. Oh, so someone stands there and they get killed with the ball. And that is how it works. That is how you do a murder. All right, I should probably get back to the game though. But thank you very much for the clips. I appreciate it, Vero. And Vero says, lots of clipping. Anyway, how can a little coin kill a grown man? Well, 1 coin by itself isn't much of a threat, but 300 coins together could definitely be used as a weapon. All you have to do is, we're gonna save because I want to say the stupid things. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button for that. Okay, save. I mean, even though I don't have an HP meter, I don't want to actually get like a bad ending or something like that.
So all you have to do is freeze them. I bet a frozen lump of coins would make for a pretty good weapon. But wouldn't it make more sense to freeze just the water into a block of ice? That way, there'd be no evidence of it ever existing once it melted. Oh, it's like those puzzles where it's like you find someone stabbed to death in a room next to a puddle of water. There's no weapon. What happened? I guess you're right. But wait a minute. I could use that as a murder someday myself. There is another way to bundle coins together. You can bundle them together by throwing them. I bet you kill a man, just throw them. Just throw them hard enough. I don't know about that. I think they just bounce off. Besides, how could you throw them that hard all at once? Yeah. Wait a minute! Maybe there is a way to bundle them all together. I could bundle them together with a bundle. If you put 7 pounds of coins in a bag and swung it at somebody, it would make a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? It would explain how blood got on this coin. Oh, I get it. If that bag of coins is the weapon, then we can use it to prove Orla's innocence.
Bloodstained coin updated in the court record.
Discovered beside the orca pool, there are 300 coins in all, weighing 7 pounds total. This makes it a likely murder weapon. But I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here. Maybe the killer took it with them. Yeah, it'd certainly make it look like Orla did it. It would certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did. I mean, you could just use anything. Use a sock, right? Actually, I don't know how big the coins are. Can you fit 300 coins in a sock? Anybody here got a sock and 300 coins? We can test it out. You know what I think, Mr. Wright? The bloody coin alone should be enough to prove this might have been a murder. I agree. It shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla. Yes, this is just what we needed. Okay, so that's well and dandy. But we should probably try and find also proof that exonerates our client, and since this is Japanifornia, that implicates somebody else. Let's go show this coin to Detective Fulbright and Ms. de Plume right away. Good idea. Let's hope they're still at the pub of danger. Oh, just zip it over there.
July 20th, Ship-Shape Aquarium. Pub of danger.
Ah, Fulbright, love him so much. See, Ray says, I think it would be funny if there was a serious situation and then a kid, not knowing what's going on, unironically says, skibbity toilet, or like, you got any food? Okay, so I mentioned this on Discord. I feel like skibbity toilet is now reaching the mainstream and is going a little bit corpo. And I feel like as soon as that happens, it's dead. But I do feel like you see this type of thing sometimes. I saw the strangest anime clip recently. I don't even know what anime it was from or what the context was, but it looked like it was some type of a dinner party or whatever. And there was this young girl. She looked like, I want to say she looked like she was supposed to be 12. But you don't even know what that means in anime. But then like something happened and everybody's screaming and she starts panicking. And then just out of nowhere starts doing like the Fortnite dance. The one where, I can't do the whole thing like, but you know, where you're doing your hand like that and then goes down, your leg is kind of kicking on the same side. Just like out of the blue, just while she's like, screaming and then starts randomly doing the dance. It's bizarre. Crap, Vera added another quote. It says, hey, it's just a dummy, by which I mean it's a stupid kid, so it's okay if he's dead. Ray says, I don't know who Buckler is, but they're pretty. She's very pretty. Ray. Vera said, yeah, punk pirate lady for the win. Oh, and Vera with another clip? Okay, let's pop this one up on the clip viewer, then we'll be right back, Fulbright. We're gonna talk to you in just a second, Fulbright. I need to see what this clip is on the stream for all of us. This clip is just titled, Command Child. Oh no, that child is hurt! What? Call an ambulance! Hi! Just a dummy. By which I mean it's a stupid kid, so it's okay if he's dead. All right. Thank you very much for the clip, Vero. So that way, maybe someone who reads that quote will understand the context. Says, I really like this clip. I had it as a quote. Vera said, I'm so glad Skibbity Toilet wasn't made when AA games were around because they totally would. Ray said, actually, Athena, they invented chainsaws for childbirth. Wait, what? Ray, I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that. I assume you're joking. I assume that's a joke. But if there is any reality to that statement, I need to know. And Ray says to Vero, that would be objectionably funny. Oh, you're back. So did you find anything?
Of course he didn't.
Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important. How can you not love this man? How can you not forgive a litany of crimes? Though he may do a myriad of murders. He's our friend. Is he trying to console me? Let's show them the evidence we found, the one that points to a human culprit. Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. Okay, let's save. Save. And we're gonna present all the wrong stuff first, just in case there's anything new. Present, okay, so now that she's talking, did we ever present, I don't think we presented this after she's willing to talk to us. Don't thrust that under my nose, I won't watch it. Are you, oh no, yeah, so this is the same dialogue as before, darn it. A dialogue would have made more sense, I guess, if we had already talked to her before, though. Okay, so let's see, what new stuff did we get? Oh, it's just the coin, that's the only new thing. All right, fine, present. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Eek! Not the blood, I'm fine with that, but coins! Oh, they're filthy! Oh, and I hate fiat currency! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady a coin? I mean blood. Ark! She doesn't have to get so worked up. What are you terrorizing this lady with? Oh, come on now, let's see it. We found this coin beside the orca pool. We did see a large number of coins beside the pool, but not one with blood on it. We just learned that there's 300 of these weighing about 7 pounds in total. Now, what is supposed to happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins? What? Oh, so you're saying the coins might have been used like some kind of blood weapon? If the blood belongs to the victim, then yes, it's entirely possible. Oh, so we just need to do a blood test. And then we've got enough evidence to be able to take this to trial. But I wouldn't call it decisive proof that the real culprit was human. You wouldn't? Why not? Because there'd have to be something to put the coins in to make them into a weapon. Oh, without that something, it's just not gonna be enough to pass muster. But I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I'll call the prosecutor's office and ask to reinvestigate from a possible criminal angle. You will? Oh, thank you so, Fulbright. I believe in you, Fulbright, and justice we trust. Let me take a look at the chat again for a minute. Tiff says, I'm doing good, just grinding Elizabeth quests and money for the compendium. I'm at about 70 to 75% for the compendium and about 80% for Elizabeth requests. Not looking at the game right now, so these are estimates. I feel like I just need to resign myself to the fact I will not get all of them done. But that's awesome. I hope you 100% it, Tiff. Viewer says, cheers. I only missed one persona to complete the compendium because I couldn't finish all the social links. See, and that's the thing. I know I'm not going to finish all the social links. So if I don't finish all the social links, I'm not going to finish the compendium. So yeah, I just need to resign myself to that. Queen Katie says, second case was the angel girl, and yes, the noodles. Vera says, Alita, yes. Tiff says, yeah, trying to get all trophies on my first run. I have about 10 left. So this is your first run? You're not even doing this New Game Plus? Vera said, I just remembered. And then to Tiff, good luck, dude. Queen Katie said, yeah, I'm just saying, I don't think Sasha's out as a suspect because she asked for a lawyer. But I don't want her to be a killer. But apparently Fulbright didn't take that into consideration. He didn't consider my needs when he decided whether people should live or die. I really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them. Oh, you won't believe the answer I got. When I explained your passion for this case and the police's investigation, they said that the prosecutor I mentioned earlier would be willing to take this to court. Really? Oh, so does that mean a new suspect has emerged? No, I'm afraid not. To be frank, Prosecutor Blackwell said he just wants to prove that orca's guilt in court. He just hates sea mammals. It's like, what are mammals doing in the water? That is effed up. His words, not mine. Guy's got a real bone to pick with whales and dolphins and seals. What? Is Prosecutor Blackwell that wants to prosecute Orla? I also love how that we're ignoring the fact that in the last case we realized, oh, Blackwell was a good guy all along. Now Blackwell's like, I hate whales. I hate Christmas. I hate laughter. That's fine, detective. Thank you for arranging this for us. Unless Blackwell's just saying that, okay. I'm gonna headcanon that Blackwell heard that it's Phoenix Wright and then assumed that Athena must be attached to it.
Well, except would Blackwell know that Athena is... Because wasn't this supposed to be like Athena's first case, or the first case after Athena joined? No, so this has to be after the Yokai Village, though, because that's when she physically arrived, yeah? And so Blackwell knows that Athena's there, and she works with Phoenix Wright. So he probably heard Phoenix Wright's there, says, oh, Athena's there. If this is important to her, I care about her, and so I'll take it to court so that they're able to do this. That's what I'm going to choose to believe. Well, I must say, you're taking this rather calmly. Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start, and I'll do whatever it takes to save her. In that case, I'll do whatever I can as well to see that justice is served. Mr. Plume, will you be a witness for the prosecution?
A trial for a killer whale? I've never heard of such recklessness before in my life. But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale and then write all about it.
Oh, sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me. We have to prepare for tomorrow, and I still have to arrange for an autopsy.
Oh, I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, blue lawyer and yellow fan.
Pew! I survived. I'm not a fan! Well, at least we managed to get the case to go to trial. But how in the world do we defend an orca in court anyway? To be honest, I'm not really sure myself. Plus, Mr. Plume said Orla bit the victim. This trial sure isn't going to be easy. But I love a challenge. Well, then we ought to be just fine. Just fine. Guess I should go over that swashbuckler spectacular you were watching this morning. I heard what happened. I will read some more in the chat. Also, we still need to meet Dr. Crab. If we haven't met him yet, is he allowed to be a suspect? Can the suspect be someone that we don't see the first day of trial? I feel like that shouldn't be allowed, but okay, I will read some chat. Thank you, Ray, for the what happened. I know I'm way behind in chat. Let's see, Queen Katie says fair. Vera says, yep, totally fair. Queen Katie says, you say that, but Judgy is now a time traveler. He should know. Oh, and Tiff with the hydrate command. Even though I just took a sip, I will fully hydrate now. Thank you very much, Tiff. Vera said, wouldn't the coins be floating? Well, no, I mean, if they're made of metal, they would sink, right? They'd have to have a density less than that of water in order to float. I mean, if they were like made of cardboard or something like that, or made of ducks or witches. Vera said, no, coins usually sink in water. Queen Katie says, sadly, yes. I've been trying to block Indigo Park from my TikTok because I hate horror stuff. Oh, okay. I thought it was just going to be like that you have a thing against, isn't a raccoon is the main guy? Vera said, wait, yeah. Why did I think they float? Eglin said, I've seen Indigo Park. It looks super interesting. Well, maybe we'll do that as like I don't know how long of a game it is. We might do it as maybe a one-off stream in between this and Spirit of Justice. We could do that. We could do like Bad End Theater. We could do Slay the Princess. Wait, hang on. Queen Katie, aren't you a proponent of Slay the Princess? That's like, isn't that horror? Or am I misjudging the genre? Queen Katie said, maybe you thought they were fake foam? Eglin said, probably thinking they're plastic coins, which would probably float. Vera said, it's been forever since I had coins in hand. Queen Katie said, I wish I could have chocolate coins. I had the chance to buy some on sale after Easter, but never did. Vera said, honestly, yeah, why did they make they real coins? And there's Beowulf saying, hello, lonely man. Hey, Beowulf, how are you? Welcome. What? Oh, apparently there must be a word in there that TTS didn't like, so let me read that. It says, Phoenix is probably an icon for animal advocates. I can also imagine a law professor in college being an a-hole, that was why, to their students like, you there, you have been hired to defend an endangered animal in murder trial. What will you do? And they'll think to themselves, what would Nick do? What would Mr. Nick do? But thank you very much, Vera, for the 10 bits. I'm sorry TTS didn't like the a-hole word. TTS girl, she's not a fan of a-holes. She probably likes the other 25 letters of the alphabet that they're holes. Let's say b-hole, because that's the same thing as an a-hole. A b-hole is just a more polite a-hole. But the other letters of the alphabet TTS girl, I'm sure, is fine with. But thank you again so much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. But again, so Beowulf, how are you doing? And Vera said, I remembered, I have cake in the fridge. BRB, Lurk, thank you for the Lurk, Vera. What kind of cake is it? Does it have buttercream frosting? If so, can I have some cake? I could really go for some cake right now. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office. There's nothing decisive against Orla in the security tape, but that doesn't mean much. What do you mean in the security tape? It looks like it shows Orla like eating the captain with like a blood coming out. I don't know. Well, that was a security tape, but we're not gonna be watching that. We're gonna be watching the stunt show, yeah? I'll just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla at tomorrow's trial, or else. Okay, so we don't meet Dr. Crab. Maybe he'll show up as like a witness, and we'll meet him in court.
To be continued.
Or did we make it to the trial? Is that it? Is that the end? Okay, let's save. Save. Okay, so are we going to trial? Yeah, yes, continue to the next chapter. Hey, okay, so we don't watch, I want to watch a stunt show spectacular. Sasha is great, but we made it to the trial. This has got to be a record. So between last streams of 3 hours and this is hour and a half, it only took us 4.5 hours to reach the trial.
July 21st, 9:21 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 3.
Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also queued the Swashbuckler video so we can watch it anytime. Wait, did we not watch it last night?
Swashbuckler video added to the court record.
Okay, a TV recording of a performance featuring Orla, Sasha, and Jack Shipley as pirates. So can we watch it now? Thanks. It just might help our case. Will this show us the entire animated? Oh, it shows us the entire animated cutscene, so there's gonna be evidence here. This is so cool, we can watch this on demand. So there's the two of them fighting. And, okay, that sticks in the mast. And then, oh, and there's Orla with the mustache, no hat though.
Orla, he made it just in time.
And, oh, and that's how she gets the hat, but that's like a black hat. Oh, so that's the trick. That's why it was like the headbutt.
We be pirates, we love to sail the 7 seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free can be. We swim through storms and waves, all because you see grand treasure and adventures waiting just for me.
Yay. Okay, so someone was saying that they saw the whale like smack into him and take his hat. Was that what DePlume was saying? So that was just their trick. It's that the whale does that in the stunt show, slams and takes the hat. So that's what that tape is probably eventually going to demonstrate. Ray says, the mascot in Indigo Park is such a cutie, I can't get over him. They already started making plushies of him. 3,263 sold on Makeship within 24 hours. Wow. Quick Kitty says, in Psyche K, Psyche turned toilet paper into a stabbing weapon and said that he can just flush it and get rid of the evidence that way. Very fun. I mean, because doesn't he just have basically, I watched part of an episode, or was it the entire first episode? I just remember that his dad was kind of awful and he basically had powers to do like anything, right? Beowulf said, simple answer, toss them off the Empire State Building. Oh wait, that still won't work. Oh, you talking about the coins or the people? Quick It is quote number 63. I thought we were only talking about the D. Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy, January 29, 2024. And Vera with the Unlark says, I return with cake. Please, Vero, may I have some cake? I'm ever so hungry. Also, I feel like I'm actually getting close to catching up in the chat based on the time difference between stuff we're talking about and stuff that's showing up there. All right, thanks. It just might help our case. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? I'm just saying, you look awful, girl. You look terrible. I am judging you based on your appearance. What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackwell. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. Any idea where Apollo is, by the way? Did he die again? I haven't seen him like all day. Hee, that explains why your hair is spikier than usual.
I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. That was a compliment, right? Hey, go pretty.
Good luck, Mr. Dick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery.
Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous.
Good morning, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Rhymes, you came to watch the trial?
Yeah, Sasha is back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her.
Well, don't you worry, we're going to win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss?
Right! One unprecedented trial coming right up. I hope nobody told the judge that it's going to be a whale. I hope he's just going into this clueless.
July 21st, 9:30 a.m., District Court courtroom number...
Was it 3? Because that's the lobby we're in. I thought we... Oh, number 4. I thought we started at 10 a.m., not 9:30. Ah, bright and early. Ah, Judge, I missed you.
Day 1 court is now in session. All rise! Wakey.
Court is now in session for the trial of Aura Shipley. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Must we waste words on this?
Prosecutor Simon Blackwell. Oh, I'm gonna explain who he is in my head in case anyone's coming back to this DLC after a long time. Known as the Twisted Samurai, he's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk, Taka, by his side.
Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you look at, oh, you look as young as ever yourself, which isn't very young. Usually, you don't normally look young, and you look as young as you normally. You're old.
Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet?
I love it. The judge doesn't know it's a whale. This is wonderful. Let me read a few more comments in the chat, though. Ray says, chainsaws were originally invented in the late 18th century by Scottish doctors John Atkin and James Jaffray as a medical tool to help with childbirth and other procedures. In what universe could a chainsaw, I assume it would be like a smaller one, but of any variety, assist with childbirth? And is John Atkin, is he the same guy who did the Atkins diet? And see, Vera says, this reminds me of the comic Katie sent laughing. Quickity said, oh yeah, Logan, did you see the comic I posted in Discord? Was it the one where, I don't know if I commented on it or not, but it was one with Edgeworth, and he's getting the call or whatever. And I think it was Gumshoe who answered the phone. And it was like saying, it sounds like Phoenix Wright is back and he's taking a trial again. It's like, oh, good, I had to pull so many strings to get him his badge back. And he's defending a killer whale. It's like, of course he is. And the ninja guy is gonna prosecute. It's like, of course. I want to know which is funnier. The idea that Edgeworth does get that exacerbated hearing about all of these antics, or if this type of stuff is just so common in the Ace Attorney universe that he's just like, ooh, another day at work.
C-section with a chainsaw sounds rad in GL.
It sounds less rad for the mom. Slightly less rad for the soon-to-be born orphan. I just want to know, like, what is the thought process? Like, is that what it was for? Why not just use a scalpel? Because C-section supposedly have been around since, like, ancient Rome, right? Wasn't that the whole thing, is that Julius Caesar was supposedly born that way, and that's why it's called a cesarean section, C-section? I mean, and they're obviously not taking, like, a long, thin chainsaw and just kind of shoving it up into there and just, like, spinning it around, because that'd hurt the baby. I don't know what the idea is, like what the purpose is. But thank you very much for the 10. Oh, and here's some Logan lore. Too bad Extemporaneous isn't here. He likes it. I was born by C-section. So there you go. There you go. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet?
Surely you jest your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orla Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium.
Oh, screw you guys, guilty! I'm going home!
Hubbub, hubbub, hubbub. Wow, I want to see a whale. I'm in the splash zone. Arraignments for this trial were only made yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. Oh, but an orca is the defendant. Oh, it's patently absurd.
Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place.
Yeah, absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying aunt? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Risey? I understood you said client. I just pretended not to understand because I'm trying to make a joke. I'm actually going to be doing an open mic this weekend. If anybody wants to come see, I don't see any reason why we can't hang out outside of work.
If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it of man or beast, is of equal value.
Why? I'm gonna be. I don't want to sound. I love animals. I love animals. I do feel like a human has slightly more value than animals. Animals are wonderful. I adore animals. I think we should be kind to animals. But if there's like a burning building and you can save a human or an animal, unless that animal is my pet, then it's like, well, that's a family member. I'm sorry, that trumps a stranger. But other than that, it's like the human, right? Oh, and there's a poll. Chat, people were born by, I ran out of ideas for polls, C-section or natural birth. I'm voting C-section because that is what I was. But also I think a lot of people are kind of lurking right now. The past week has been like a lot sleepier. I don't know if it's just because the DLC case is like less exciting or if everybody's like busy with the winding down of the school year. But it'd be fascinating to get a full survey of this. Let's see. Gotta read some more. Quick said, I love Blackwell. Quote,
I want to prosecute a whale.
Said Phoenix's first time seeing Blackwell, and it's for this. Says, I know he was there for the yokai and the school case, but like this is his first time actual face-off with the man. Here said, okay guys, let's leave. He's dead. Oh, that's when I got shot. Okay, I'll check out this clip in a minute, but let's keep going for a bit in the game.
The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. I tried to convince our legal system that would allow me to marry him. They were actually okay with him being an animal, but Japanifornia has yet to pass gay marriage legality. Oh, Taka, why couldn't you have been a lady born in a bird's body?
The real question is, am I in for more pain as always? Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant, and I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Ahem! Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you please. Oh, the poll is done, and by a 2-to-1 margin, natural birth has won.
I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Shipshape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died.
A sadist orca! Oh, what a chilling thought! As if I didn't already need enough reasons to not go in the ocean. And where exactly is this defendant now?
Inside this.
Is he gonna try and trick the judge? I mean, the judge knows what a flip phone is, right? But why is that weird circle thing around the screen? A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca.
I wish that we were in the age in this game of smartphones already. That we could say, yeah, it's a smartphone. We'll FaceTime. I want to check out this clip that Queen Katie clipped here, so let me load this one up in the clip viewer. So we're just gonna pause the trial for a brief moment here and check out this clip that Queen Katie posted in the chat. It is titled, Salute! This was a great case. Let's go ahead and see what, oh, okay, I see what this is gonna be. Oh, is that electric? It's electric. Oh, that's the clip. Oh, so it's electric GC here. Hey, electric. So there was a shout out for Electric. How are you doing? Okay, so now that we saw the clip from Electric, we're gonna see the clip from earlier in this stream.
Until then, blue lawyer and yellow fan. Pew!
I survived. I was tempted. I was so tempted to stay down there dead for even longer than that.
Well,
But I'm like, I don't want people to actually leave. But I was like, in my mind, I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if I stayed here for like 10 minutes? Quick Kitty said, man, first it was Gun Jesus, now this lady. It says, slay the princess. Look, it's different. This is good horror. Beowulf said, you could do Fuga. Beowulf, are you saying that as an official representative of Not a Weedle Enterprises? Ray says, Indigo Park could be a one-off stream, so yeah, maybe we could do that. Ray says, Indigo Park is good horror. Vera said, aw, didn't like A-hole. Quick Kitty said, look, I just don't like 3D horror, but 2D, I'll take. It's like Hifumi in Danganronpa 1, where he prefers 2D. There's a TTS Girl said, worse before. Okay, TTS Girl does, but a lot of the time people have to like trick TTS Girl into like spelling out something phonetically, and it like doesn't detect it as a word. Vera said, the cake was a poor attempt of a molten lava cake. Didn't like it. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you at least have milk with it? I cannot have lava cake without milk. It's just too rich, too much chocolate. Queen Katie said, are we doing trial? Yeah, we are. Oh, so wow, I am getting close to catching up because I think we've only been in the trial for like 15 minutes here. So okay, let's play some more of the game. Let's see.
I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca.
A TV phone? Oh, very well. The court accepts it into evidence. TV phone added to the court record. A cell phone used by Shipshape Aquarium staff. This model can connect to TVs and be used to conduct teleconferencing.
We'll be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor.
Again, if it's a smartphone, maybe they wouldn't be allowed to say like Bluetooth. Is Bluetooth like a copyrighted term?
Fulbright, prepare for transmission.
Ha ha ha! Oh, you've got it, Prosecutor Blackwell! There's just the whale.
We will proceed with the defendant on telecast.
Oh, so that is the orca that stands accused, is it? Sweet. Hey, I'm waving. Ah, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on. She probably doesn't understand the concept of murder. Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck. Sweet. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? Oh, well done. And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man? Orla's really pouring on the charm, huh?
She is far from cute. She is a violent, reckless animal.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to the Shipshape Aquarium. There we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. Oh, it's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Oh, if it's only a portion of it. If it's only a portion of it, you know what that means.
Later, we're going to get an updated autopsy report.
I'm gonna read some more in the chat, though. Vera said, let's go! Show us Polly! I'll miss him. Here, I'll show you him in our court record. I'll show you Apollo since you miss him, Vero. I will always give in to the demands of peer pressure. There, Apollo Justice, age 23, an ardent young lawyer in my agency. His special feature is his very loud voice. Quiggy said, did he die again? It hasn't happened yet. Oh, that's right. Yeah, what's the opposite of again?
where you say like before something happened. Queen Katie said, Clay is alive right now at this exact moment. Vera said, not for long. Queen Katie says, I know. Vera says, no, Polly. Queen Katie says, Judgy : all right, I'm about to judge a human being for murder. I sure hope nothing wild happens. Oh, gosh, dang it. Vera says, it's always Phoenix, right? Queen Katie said, Judgy, Orla Shipley? What a strange name for a human. Who the heck named this poor girl? I kind of want to see a game that is just Judge Udgy getting ready in the morning for trial. Like, if it's just like a puzzle game or something, or like where you're doing like little mini games based on all stuff like brushing his teeth and waxing his head and not waxing, but putting like stuff, gel, pomade in his beard, things like that. Okay, let's keep going here. I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature.
But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright.
Oh, you got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up. Oh, I thought he was saying Fulbright to be the witness, so he's calling for her. There we go. And someone to her immediate left is still farting.
How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby.
Prosecutor Blackwell.
Well, I am Norma DePlume, and I'm a non-fiction writer.
He doesn't even have to ask state your name and occupation. She just knows what to do. Vera said, I would show the scar as a badge of honor. Crap, wait, what scar are we talking? Oh, the chainsaw? Scar from a chainsaw cesarean? Vera says, hashtag I survived the chainsaw. Ray says, noted, Logan did not wear his mom as a hat. Well, I think you only wear your mom as a hat if you're born feet first, right? Most people are born head first. And so if anything, you wear your mom as shoes. Am I mistaken? Vera said, I would love to see Judge's comedy show. Eglin said, honestly, do not remember how I was born. And that's fair. I don't remember most things from when I was born. For me, it was because I was very young when I was born. So, Eglin said, Queen Katie said, old clip butt Judgy when he hears this is a trial for a whale. Oh, it's the all right, I'm out of here, the one where he just like, I Muppet walk off there. Because it's an old one, we won't pop it up there, but I appreciate it. Queen Katie said, I love this clip so much. And there's Electric saying, hi, hey, Electric. How are you doing, Electric? Welcome. Okay, let's play some more here.
I am Norma DePlume, and I'm a non-fiction writer.
Am I the only one here who isn't telepathic here? No, you're just telepathetic. Ha ha ha. Looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena. What? Norma DePlume? The great non-fiction writer? Ms. Norma DePlume herself? Oh, I've read all of your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites.
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like.
Oh, wait a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book. Oh, are they all airbrushed up the wazoo?
Well, I use ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me.
The judge seems so shocked. Well, the visual disconnect must be really doing a number on his honor's head.
Could we get this started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books.
Oh, such harsh comments! You really must be the real Norma DePlume. Who knew Ms. DePlume was so famous?
Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw, and keep it brief. I would thank you to not order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder.
Very well, then. Please proceed with your testimony. All right, so look at that. 2 hours in. We've already reached the first... Oh, we're 2 hours in already? And we've reached the first testimony. The moment of the murder. I'll read some more in the chat, though. Let me have a sip of water and read some more in the chat. It's hot in here today. Gotta stay hydrated. Queen Kitty says, fun fact about me, I was born with a big birthmark on my leg, but it looks like a bruise, so my mom was wild, thinking someone hurt me. Oh no! Vera says to Electric, hello, welcome. Electric says, howdy. Usually get hellos from Logan. I'm in shock now. Well, I did eventually give you a hello. Vera says, aw, yeah, he's so behind. Electric says, I don't doubt that. He's always behind. Vera says, in true Logan nature. Electric says, 3 years of Logan taught me that a while ago. Electric says, oh gosh. Vera said, this will make him notice earlier. Electric says, such an old clip. And then Vera salute. Electric salute. Vera says, I did have milk with it. Good. Good. And I am getting close to catching up. So we're gonna do some of the testimony. I don't want to get caught up too soon. It's only been 2 hours. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitors corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately. That adorable defendant really did all that? Oh, it must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so that I may carry out the sentence. Oh, that's why. He just always wanted to kill a whale. Yeah.
Objection!
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
Ah! The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know.
A fellow inmate told me just this morning, if you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness.
Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
Look, all we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
Looks like I guessed right. Ha! Sorry, but as Ms. Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may...
Feeling a whale sounds good. J-Boo.
Ah! This is so scary. So scary. How you doing, Crystal? First Tiff earlier scares me. Now you scare me, Crystal. When you say killing a whale sounds good, I wouldn't want to kill a whale. I feel like I know some people who go like hunting sometimes. They're like, oh yeah, I went hunting for a deer. I don't think I'd even be able to do that. Even like small game hunting, like little pheasants and quail and squirrels and rabbits and stuff. I don't think I'd be able to bring myself to it. And so like a whale, I don't think I could kill a whale. I mean, if it was me or the whale, then yeah. Like if it's self-defense, like if I'm walking down a dark alley and the whale suddenly like pops out and is like asking for my wallet and puts like a gun up to my friend or something, or if it's the type of thing where like I'm with a good friend and then a whale puts on a disguise to look like my friend, a really authentic disguise, and pops out and it's like, it's which one's my friend, which one do I shoot? But I knew one's really a whale. Then yeah, in that case. But I'm saying in most circumstances, I would not want to kill a whale. And I don't think I'm wrong for feeling that way. But thank you very much for the TTS. How are you doing, Crystal? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain.
He's so cocky for someone who has never won a case against us. The moment of the murder. Although I guess this is in the past a bit. Okay, so as always, we gotta save right before we do any actual cross-examining of witnesses. So we're gonna press every statement, and then we're gonna see if we can find some evidence. Oh, and a poll just appeared. It says it's a chat survey. It says, chat survey, what kind of milk do you like the most? Whole milk, 2% milk, almond milk, soy milk, or you hate milk? All right, how could you? My choice isn't quite on there. My choice, I actually prefer 1%. I feel like 1% is like the perfect balance of like low fat and not. Like 2% is just like slightly too rich. I one time had 0.5% and that was gross. But I'll do 2% because that's the closest to, I mean, technically I guess it's halfway, but I'm also just glad you didn't put skim. Skim, like fat-free milk. Disgusting. So go ahead and cast your votes. I see Queen Katie said, have fun with this whale, Logan. Have fun, Logan, with this whale. Electric says, pirate whale. It is. And we, as a respectable lawyer who just got our license back to practice law, we're defending a whale. Vera said, she's so delightful. Queen Katie says, Logan, I see you make up whatever Orla's saying in this trial. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was assuming we were gonna have somebody like translate for her, but I like that idea. Vera said, he is there. Beowulf says, in justice we trust. Vera says, she's somehow the best witness. Well, she's the best at like getting started. Or maybe Blackwell is just that good of a prosecutor. I don't know. Vera said, cooperating wise. Beowulf says, objection. And Vera said, she said her name and occupation right away. I know, I thought that was the whole thing, is that they never do that. Maybe it's that if they get asked, they never do it. So since she didn't get asked, she did do it? Does that jive? I don't know. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. Hold it! Why did you want to see the orca?
Well, it is the featured attraction of the aquarium, after all. Why waste energy on such tripe? There is but one attraction in Shipshape Aquarium that is worth anyone's time. And that is the penguins. Oh, isn't that right, Taka, my friend? Oh, yeah, so good. Penguins are birds, but they can't fly like you can fly. Oh, Taka, you're such a good little bird. Yeah.
Alrighty then, I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is for the birds. Guess I should jot that down. Note to self, Prosecutor Blackwell is on Team Rifle. And so you went to, wow, achievement unlocked, birds on the brain for pressing to plume and listening to Blackwell's take on what ought, ... Okay, that was an achievement apparently. All right, well, yay. And so you went to see the orca in its tank?
Yes, that's right. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy.
Hold it! The orca suddenly went crazy, did she? Oh, and the poll is done, and 2% milk has won with 75% of the vote, with whole milk in second place. I'm not a fan of almond milk. I would like to try oat milk at some point. That sounds pretty good to me. But I approve of y'all's choices and your taste in dairy, chat.
Yes, it took a look at me and then, all at once, it started going berserk.
Did you do anything to make her angry?
I did nothing more than simply glare at it from the visitor's corridor.
She glared at Orla? And that's what caused her to go berserk?
Objection!
The reason the defendant went mad is not the issue here. Only what she did once she entered that state. In any case, the killer whale began behaving wildly in front of my very eyes. And then I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth.
So you're saying you saw the very moment of the victim's death?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, it was simply dreadful. It was as frightening as losing one's manuscript just before a deadline.
I suppose for a writer, that'd be pretty terrifying.
I witnessed the killer whale's horrific act, and I knew I had to do something, so attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
I haven't noticed anything that we could contradict, so hopefully pressing will give us a new statement. Why were the police the first ones you contacted?
I was afraid if I told the aquarium staff, they might try to cover it up. Of course, I immediately told aquarium security after my call to the police. I believe I deserve praise for my swift decision-making skills under pressure.
Mr. Plume is the most assertive witness I've ever seen. We'd better do our best to look like big shot lawyers if we want to match her intensity, but we're not big shot lawyers, Athena! Mr. Plume, I praise your swift decision-making skills under pressure. That was more kiss up than big shot. I don't know what I'm doing. I suppose it was unrealistic to expect big shot from Mr. Right. This is a private conversation, Judge. But you know me too well. I should read some more in the chat. Let's see. Quick says, Edgeworth wishes this happened to him. Bill said, there's one witness that I can think of, which is objectively better. I'd ask, but only if it's like from a game we've already played. Vera said, hit him with it. Quick Katie said, Logan every stream. Whoa, 2 hours already? It's what happens. Time flies. Logan time, it marches slow, but real time zips by fast. Vera says, always. And Crystal says, I've been lurking. Well, I hope you've been enjoying while you've been lurking. How's everything going? Are you done with finals already? Has anybody here gotten into like summer break yet? Who's in school? Vera says, pull up. Queen Katie says, man, lost to Apollo, lost to Athena, but thinks that he can beat the old man. I'm gonna be honest, I am not a lawyer. I feel fairly confident I might be able to beat Phoenix Wright. I mean, as long as he's not allowed to use magic. I mean, if we can just establish that beforehand, I think I could beat Phoenix Wright. And Bale said, none of the above. Raw milk is the best. I've never actually had, like fresh on the farm. I've never actually had raw milk. I would imagine it's probably like crazy creamy. And Vera said, too bad, I can only add 5 options. Beowulf says, closest would be whole milk, but the taste is still different. I would imagine it's gotta be the difference between like fresh squeezed orange juice, like you squeeze it out of the orange juice stuff, it's like, oh, it's so good, versus when you go to the store, there's like Tropicana, which is like listed as not from concentrate. It's like, it's not the same. I suppose it was unrealistic to expect big shot from Mr. Wright. How fitting for a small fry to praise a big shot. How about cutting the small fry some slack, you big meanies? The important thing here is, did she really see the moment of the murder? You're raring to go, aren't you, Mr. Wright? I see it in your eyes and in your heart. I guess I really am a lawyer at heart. Okay, so the hint was it's about the actual moment of the murder. So I'm guessing it's gonna be this one. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. So let's save really quick. I'm guessing it's gonna be that when we show the body and the fact that he like had the mark in the back of his head. Did we take a look at the autopsy report that we got from Fulbright? Instant death from a brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. So cause of death, continue, there. Death thought to be a result of orca attack. So she's talking about, I assume this is what we're presenting, that she's implying like bit on the stomach. Does any of her other comments specify the stomach? Attempt to remain calm. Okay, let's try, we just saved. So let's try it. Let's present something. I feel so not confident in this. Objection! Hey, but we got it. It would seem that you are mistaken, Ms. de Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be a result of an orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind. Objection! Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Yeah, how dare I get to see the evidence fairly? Oh, another poll just appeared. Wow, so many polls tonight. Since we talked about milk, it's time for an egg survey. Scrambled, omelet, boiled, sunny side up, or fried crispy. Ooh. Honestly, most of those are good. I am going to vote scrambled. If I told you guys, and most people I tell this to think I'm weird for this. I'm pretty sure I brought this up in chat at some point in the past, but I don't know who was here back then versus now. This is gonna be a hot take. You know what's really good on scrambled eggs? Because a lot of people will be like, oh, put cheese on scrambled egg, put ketchup on scrambled eggs. All those things, great, wonderful, fine, whatever. You know what's really good on scrambled eggs? It's gonna make the eggs look gross. They will look disgusting when you do this, because they're gonna turn kind of green. Grape jam or jelly. Either way, whichever you're able to spread easier. Just like get some scrambled eggs, like you gotta scramble them good, and then just spread some grape. It like adds a sweetness to it. Again, the purple from the jelly and the yellow from the eggs kind of make it turn kind of greenish, so it'll look really gross. But maybe it's just because I have a sweet tooth. But I would suggest, if any of y'all, next time you have some eggs, maybe if you're at a restaurant, they often will have those little things with jellies and jam and stuff. Get one, just put a little piece and, you know, dip it in, give it a try. You don't have to put it all over your eggs. I would love to hear some feedback from y'all to see if I am crazy or not. Anyway, well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share?
But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part.
Huh?
Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping.
Hey! Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright in Blackwell's book. Oh, very well. Let's review the footage. There we go. That looks like, honestly, that looks like it's cut and pasted from that image we saw before of the whale biting the stomach. Well, what's this? The orca is biting the victim, but not on the head. This is like if like a cat is carrying a kitten by the nape of the neck, you don't go, oh no, the cat's biting the kitten. It's like, no, the cat's carrying the kitten. Oh, and I see over the pole's almost done. Currently Scrambled is in the lead. No way. Hubbub, hubbub, hubbub. Is it biting or is it carrying? I have to say that this appears to be very darning evidence. Security footage updated in the court record. Video showing the orca pool. The footage starts at the aquarium. 10 a.m. opening time, 2 pages. So do we see a time difference? Hang on. I'm gonna see, because like there's a time code, right? 10:09? 10 is a minute later. So it's like, oh, lots of blood, lots of blood. Blood's gone. All the blood is just gone. And she's still gasping. But there aren't any coins on the bottom yet. So they were tossed back down later. And the poll is done and Scrambled won with 50% of the vote. Hang on, I gotta breathe for a second. I've been talking for over 2 hours. There we go. Vera says, I'm so surprised of the different options of milk in the US. I didn't even know 1% was a thing. Well, yeah, what I get surprised is that like some countries don't refrigerate milk. There's some countries where you just like put it in the pantry, which seems dangerous because doesn't it like go sour and then curdle and go bad? I think. See, Beowulf said, what options do you have where you are? Quickity said, yeah, I drink 1% from Wendy's. It's pretty good. Beowulf says, I despise almond milk. I'm not a huge fan of like almond flavoring in general. And so as much as I love milk, the idea of like milk made entirely of almonds is not for me. Quickity said, I've never had almond milk. I don't even know how it's made. Like, well, what you do is you get like almonds and they'll be like dangling there and then you just milk the little almond udders, just there's like a little almond. It's like stick it down. You just like zoop, 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 and then little drips of milk come out of the almonds. Yeah, that's the ticket. Vera says we just categorize them by fat, like full fat and low fat. Well, I think we have all the other ones for people who are like lactose intolerant or just who want to feel like they're better than everybody else. Bill said, don't try it. It's not good. Vera said we don't refer to them by percentage. Well, I mean, generally like 2% is usually what I think most people do for low fat, but I prefer 1%. Queen Katie says, noted. Eglin said, I think it's just soaked almonds blended in water, soaked to get all the bitter stuff out. Now, okay, which type of nut is it? Is it almonds that technically have like really trace amounts of arsenic in them? And like such a little amount that you're not gonna die from it. But is it almonds? There's like some type of nut that have arsenic, right? No, I can't believe Orla really bit him.
And there is more. Look at this.
Okay. Oh, here's where we're gonna, Okay, the code is all torn up, but this thing isn't. So that's gonna make me think that like the puncture wounds didn't get through. Now on the dummy that we saw, those had bite marks, or what looked like bite marks. But I don't see any breakage of this thing.
This photograph was taken while the body was being examined.
Oh, there seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Hey, good eye, Judgy. Hey, maybe it's just like, it's a birthmark. It's a birthmark like what Queen Katie was talking about.
I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes?
Yeah, the tooth marks that don't seem to cut all the way down to the flesh. Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim.
Photo of the body updated in the court record.
I told you so! And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth.
See, the killer whale was saving the victim. The victim, or the Shipley, whatever, was stabbed in the back of the, or bonked in the back of the head with the roll of those doubloons. Killed him, said instantaneous, body was dumped into the water. And then the whale just went down and was like, I know humans need air. And just scoops him back out. That's all she was doing.
Objection!
I'm dead. However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
You're much too impetuous, right, Dono? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that.
Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw?
Did I not say in the beginning? The orca toyed with the victim mercilessly.
Oh my goodness!
After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey.
Mr. Wright! The hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear of Orla!
Hey, Slam. Oh, so the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him? Oh, but if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court?
I do. Sounds are made by your mouth like this. Blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean... Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell.
This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
Oh, I see what you're driving at. You want me to perjure myself. So, that was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Oh, it's going to be the bonking and knocking the hat off thing, which will just show the swashbuckler spectacular video to show that was a stunt and not a murder.
Now explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand.
There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever, I don't mind telling you my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by head-butting him.
Heads don't have butts! Orla killed the victim by head-butting him?
That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again.
Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
We gotta get some music in the background so I can read some more in the chat. I feel like I got close to catching up and I'm slipping farther behind.
And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget.
That footage backs up Ms. DePlume's testimony. Oh, wrong button there. But there's also something very important it does not show.
Now you see what a menace this killer whale is.
Oh, here's what I'm guessing it is that we're talking about. Because if we look at the photos. See, there's a difference. Look. No hat. Pirate hat. No hat. Pirate hat. No hat. Pirate hat. Pirate hat. I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something, but you'll notice that the something is not the victim. Oh, there's the Marilyn Monroe thing. What? Yeah, it's the vent blowing up the air.
I want to look away, but I can't.
I am hypnotized by her nether regions. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? Let me read some more comments in the chat now that we got some music in the background. Let's see, Quigaty says to Eglin, weird. Vera says, Paul. Magpie says, all of these egg options are wrong. The true winner is deviled. Oh, okay, deviled eggs are really good. I wasn't like, I never had deviled eggs until I was like an adult. And it always seemed like a fancy thing. You have it like fancy parties. And then realized like, no, anyone can just make deviled eggs. They are not a fancy thing and they are very good. Eglin says to Magpie, real. Bill said again, none of the above. Out of those, I do love a good soft boiled egg, but my absolute favorite is over easy. See, I am one of the few people I do not like a runny yolk. I love like getting have you ever had like a fried egg put on a hamburger, like a cheeseburger? It's so good, but so much of the time they want the yolk running all over. Just, you know, cook it enough that the yolk doesn't run, and that is what I like. Vera says, the egg debate. Magpie says to Beowulf, a soft-boiled egg is an acceptable substitute for deviled. Nod. Beowulf says, it works extremely well with ramen. Vera said, oh my gosh, should we do a ramen poll? Beowulf says, do it. Vera said, I think I should take options from chat this time. Mind you, I can only fit 5. Ooh, so what are the options? Crystal says, as someone that has an allergy in eggs, the poll was a lose-lose situation for me. That's so sad because eggs are so good. Whenever you see, what are the salads? Is it a Caesar salad or a chef salad where it's like a big old salad, but there'll be like an entire hard-boiled egg? The hard-boiled egg, that's like that is the treasure of the salad. It is like everything else you have to eat is just to get to justify the reward of the hard-boiled egg. Queen Gator said, oh wow, Jack's hair looks like a shark tail. Wait, did it? What was that? Oh, Gallop, Braden with a party of 1. Thank you, Gallop Vero. Can you do a shout out for Gallop? And that'll give me a great opportunity to have a sip of water. Oh, it's some phasmophobia. Hang on. So thirsty. So what were you playing, Gallop? Oh, you were playing Wuthering Waves again. I feel like I've seen this clip before. I think so. I get the clips confused sometimes. But how was your stream, Gallop? And are we able to see? Let's see. In the court record, was it the autopsy report? Is that where we'll be able to see the body? Or I guess not. Next time we see the body, I'm gonna. Oh, here, we can probably see from this, right? The way it fins out. Okay, so question: is that supposed to be the end of a shark tail, or I think that looks to me looks like an anchor. Kind of like their whistles. Everyone has a whistle that's an anchor. See, like if we take a look back at the whistle looks like an anchor. That's what his hair looks like to me. I mean, shark tail would be cool too, but I'm thinking that's an anchor, personally. But even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Ha! Ms. de Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Oh, let's see. Oh, I remember now. She's the killer. If someone says I remember now, that's the killer. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view. So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim? I don't know why I shout that instead of objection now. But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it is pure conjecture. Objection. Sigh. Must I do everything around here? Oh, boo-hoo, you gotta do your job, Blackwell. How dare you speak so rudely to me? There's no need for hysterics. Get a hold of yourself, woman. Calm down. Woman. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking. You didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Gonna be honest, we're lucky it's not 7 years ago. Oh! 1 year ago? I was a pianist with a T. That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but could somebody explain exactly what happened a year ago?
If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year in which the defendant murdered her trainer.
Oh, hey! Oh, the orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true? Oh, this is not looking good for us.
It's all in this book.
Oh, let's see. The Killer Whale by Norma Deplume. Read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Vera says, we will eat eggs on your behalf. Salute to Crystal. Quick Katie said, a little early, but I'm getting sleepy. I think I'm going to go to bed, but if we happen to talk to Orla in court today, please let it be funny. I'll try my best. Quick Katie said, good night, y'all. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here, Queen Katie. Thank you for the clips and the commentary and everything and for hanging out. You're awesome. Sleep well. Good night, Queen Katie. Crystal says, night, Queen Katie. Vera says, good night. Get some rest. Vera said, are we playing Spot the Difference? Okay, do you know what the trick is to play like Spot the Difference? Well, except we couldn't do it now because like you'd only look at one at a time. Have you guys ever looked at those magic eye posters or images, whatever, where you kind of like unfocus your eyes and like things blur over and the patterns like then overlap and the differences make depth and things like that? It's the same thing. If you got like two little pictures, you blur your eyes until they cross over. And then like the differences will look weird. They'll be like kind of flashy or whatever because they don't match up. That's what I always do. Probably really bad for my eyes. So don't do that, but totally do it. It's fun. That book, The Killer Whale. Oh, that's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up. So no spoilers. Don't tell me what happens in it, please. The Killer Whale added to the court record, a non-fiction book by Norma DePlume. It's about the case from last year. Ooh, dramatic. Orca kills its trainer.
Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim.
I always like that kind of outfit, that kind of cute sort of for female pirates where it's like the shirt, but instead of buttoned up, it's like tied off in the center. It feels very swashbuckling for some reason. I don't know why. The same thing she's accused of in this case. Hubbub. Whoa, why wasn't she executed then? Oh, kill two people? That thing's a menace. Guilty, I say. I never want to go to the beach again. No, everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it. Oh, we were doing so well. I mean, we got one cross-examine. What? But now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think she did it.
Or just like, I don't understand English. What's the big deal? Yeah, that one I did kill. I did kill that one. Oh, aren't I all random?
But it's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side.
Hey! I'm hungry for fish.
Yeah, Phoenix Athena, you got to believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You got to save her, please. I'm begging you. Okay, Sasha, why didn't you tell us about this thing a year ago? This would have been like relevant to the case, I feel like. Let me read some more in the chat. Crystal says, how is Rover so far, Gallop, and how are the compensations? Is this for Withering Waves? Vera said, every time I see the word Rover, the song starts playing in my head. Wait, what song? What are we talking about? Gallop said, I do love the game so far. I don't care when people act on the game. What are we talking about? Vera said, Rover. Oh, I'm coming over. There we go. And Crystal says, Mr. Rover, I'm coming over. Crystal says, real. Gallop says she traveled over the Land Rover. Vera says, and they let the orca stay there after killing the train. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it a big deal now? Why are they like, all right, execute? Is it just like, well, at this point, it's a pattern? Yeah, why? Vera said, I learned that some people can't blur their eyes on command. That is so weird to me. That feels to me like, you've seen online people have said that a certain percentage of the population doesn't have an internal monologue. Like, I can't imagine that. Vera said, I thought everyone could do that. Same here. Crystal says people can't. Okay, so see, I'm not the only one that thinks it's crazy. Crap. And I am 4 comments away from catching up. Without Extemporaneous or Queen Katie here to stop me, I think I'm going to be catching up very soon. By the way, we are over 2.5 hours into the stream, so if anybody wants to start keeping an eye out for raid suggestions. Sasha.
What am I doing? Doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong. I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to. I will use violence. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do, but I am bad at this. Don't show. Sorry, it's me. Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you. Thank you, both of you.
I actually deserve death.
Thank you, Toilet Duck. Thank you, Gal. Thank you for that, Toilet Duck. I will save right now. I am remembering to save. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay. We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now.
For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you, right, Dono? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me.
He was scandalized that you could see the belly button of that woman. I mean, look at this picture. Look at her. See, even the game's glitching out at the mere thought of her midsection. Come on, game. I pressed, there we go. Oh, he saw right through me.
It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca.
It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. But there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too.
And what do you know about orcas? Nothing. That's what.
I know! They're mammals, so they make milk. That's something.
Do orcas make milk? So allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales.
Oh, so killer whales really are killers! Oh, what terrifying creatures indeed!
I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness?
No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know why? I believe in all my friends, even if they're accused of murder, like you, Black Will. I believe in you that you're not a murderer. Fulbright over there, if he's ever hypothetically in the future accused of murder, I will continue to believe in him.
Dullard. You don't know when to give up, do you?
All those dots, and the best he could think of was dullard. Let's see, Vera said, okay guys, hear me out on the trainer. I don't think that's the type of thing you need to say. Okay, you need to say hear me out on the fact that she is dead. Like, that is a red flag. It's a dead flag. Oh, look, are these the bite marks? Oh, okay, here's what we're gonna figure out. The bite marks are on the, this is the toy sword, but that they use it as a walkie-talkie, right? You can see the battery thing on it. That's the same thing as on the dummy. If you remember, there was a space between the four that I was saying, this almost looks like a Fist of the North Star type of thing, except it didn't hook around to be the full Big Dipper. And so we're probably gonna be able to use that to show that Orla's missing a tooth right there. And so that'll somehow be important later. We'll see like markings, and it won't match up with the tooth records, something like that.
Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them.
Oh, but of course, that is what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about?
I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard.
What she heard? Very well, Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard.
Okay, second cross-examination of the night.
What I saw and what I heard.
I could probably catch up to chat completely now. Vera says to Crystal, yeah, apparently not everyone can. That blows my mind. Crystal says, I've always thought everyone can do that. Gallup says, hate on the game. Oh, you're talking, you don't understand other people who hate on the game. That's what you were saying. And Crystal says, nuh-uh /J. What is that nuh-uh for? That you can stop me from catching up? Crystal, I have like 2 comments and I'm caught up. I could do that right now. I hold the catching upping of the chat within the palm of my hand. never felt so much power before. I could do it at any moment, but I choose to prolong it. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. Okay, so that's the scene from the show and the headbutt from the show. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago? That's right. Those weren't just simple cries. It was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the swashbuckler spectacular song. That's right. It was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible. I don't see a single obvious inconsistency with her testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone. Oh, that's why we're going to need to press statements. Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my... Oh, crap, we're going to do psychology. Analytical psychology. Put my skills to work. Yay, my favorite mini game. And Vera says, okay, she doesn't have chainsaw marks on her belly. Oh, okay, we're talking about the trainer lady again. Yeah, no chainsaw marks. So you know what that means, Vero, is that she hasn't had any kids yet. She doesn't have a family. She's still looking to settle down. So yeah, if you want to start dating her, no baggage, except for the fact that she is dead. That is a little bit of baggage, being dead. Oh, and Crystal with a bunch of raid suggestions. Hang on, let me copy these over to my little text file over here so we can check those out just a little bit later. Thank you very much, Crystal. And Crystal's all saying, no, keyboard saying, no, Logan, nah, Vera's laughing. Oh, Crystal, you can see, what are you going to do to stop me? You can't stop me. I could keep going. I could do it right now. Let's see. Crystal says, not 3 hours yet. No to catching up. I know it's like it's 18 and a half minutes. I could do it right now. I have that power. It's not that, because like sometimes we do catch up before the 3 hour mark. It's possible. Vera said, seeing DePlume's lips, I'm reminded by the lime lips meme. I'm actually not familiar with the lime lips meme. Oh, you were talking about the one where people like they lick the lemon? Because I've seen the one where you see the lemon in person licks it and the face just implodes. Is that the one that we're talking about? Okay, Crystal, I'm going to give you one more stay of not of execution, but of catch-up-cution. And we're going to play a little bit more, but then I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up so much. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do. You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions? You bet I did, and once we expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch that. We'll definitely be able to. I'm gonna crack her. Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try. You got it, boss. A complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up. Bloop, bloop, bleep, 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 boop. See, oh crap, Crystal's writing stuff backwards now. It says, you cannot catch up yet. Oh, but I'm getting so close. Vera says, I have to dig her out. I have to dig her out to be with her. Is this like a corpse bride type of a thing? Okay, what is this? The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as yours. Okay, we're gonna say before we do this. I seem to recall, I think somebody had said that we can't lose hit points on these emotional things anyway, but I still am not good at them. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. Okay, there's surprise. I guess it makes sense because I wouldn't expect a whale to start singing. I was calm when I saw it start to head. Okay, is it because she said she was calm, but really she's scared? But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Okay, so that's gonna be the thing. We'll pinpoint right there. Pinpoint. She says she's calm, but she's all sad and scared or whatever that's supposed to mean. Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. But what does this have to do with anything? If she's lying about her emotion, that has nothing to do with the content of what she said she saw. It must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that. It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Okay, crap. She seems... This is not good because she seems authentic in this. So if she really doesn't remember and is telling the truth about that, then she's probably not the killer. I mean, can we just say Pearl? It's about time that there was a Fae who was a killer. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? This is practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something. Oh, I remember now.
Noise level 50%.
Okay, good. Now if you could please tell the court what you saw.
I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood.
I mean, we should know this already because we did see in the court record the first image is a cloud of presumably blood. That's either blood or chocolate syrup. One of the two. Let's see. Crystal was saying Rip Trainer. There we go. And Vera says Google it. Crystal says Logan. No. Eglin is saying no. It's a meme about one specific drawing of lips with green lipstick and a lime in the mouth held by the teeth. Is this something like appropriate? If I Google this right now, will I be horrified by it? Is it gonna be okay? I'll try this lime lips meme. Oh no, I've never seen this. Okay, so just green lips with that and like kind of curls up on one side. I've never seen that meme. Apparently, I am not as well versed in the internet as I thought I was. Crystal says, okay, it's more backwards. Says, go Athena, go Phoenix, defend the whale. And Magpie says, we got Zatanna casting spells here. Hey, comic book reference, yeah. Are you a comic book fan, Magpie? I was like raised on X-Men and Batman comics, so I mean, I never read a whole lot of stories with Zatanna, but I mean, the DC characters cross over with other DC characters. Crystal is saying, Corpse Bride mentioned. Oh, are you a fan of Corpse Bride? Magpie says, about time there was a Fae who was a killer. Morgan Fae would like word of the, oh crap, I forgot. Yes, I forgot that. Whenever I kind of forget that she's a Fae. But you are absolutely correct. I just mean that Maya has been arrested so many times that one of these times has got to stick, right? Vera said, it's okay, do it. Crystal says, lime lips meme saw legendary. You never seen it before? Question mark, I haven't. Said it's been there for like years. Oh, you wrote that forwards. And look at that, there's only one more comment before I'm fully caught up to chat, Crystal. We'll go just a little bit further here, but oops, I clicked the wrong button.
The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood. Why? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that killer whale had killed a person for a second time. So we've got to find out that the one from a year ago wasn't her either, right? Okay, but if that one wasn't, I wonder if they were both killed by the same person. And so if we want to completely exonerate Orla, we got to find, it'll be someone who is involved there. So that means either Marlon Rhymes or this Dr. Crab guy that we haven't met yet. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? Well, that would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Oh, that's right, she hated seeing the blood on the coin. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Eek! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? Oh, she doesn't have to get so worked up. I mean, I'm sure there's like probably a word for like a condition where you're afraid of blood or fear the sight of blood or something like that. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, then does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono? What do we do now, boss?
probably bluff. That's all we ever do. That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Ms. de Plume's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging. Is there even anything left of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. See, I like that we just trust that the truth will be good. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper. You've got it, boss! There it is. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. Maybe this time. Maybe I'm going to catch up. It's what I feel like. Magpie says, Magpie knows a great deal about Batman. Oh, in fact, are you wouldn't have, because there's a Batman villain named Magpie. Are you named after that villain? Says, and similar characters who have shown up in the same sort of comics. Chris says, okay, you can catch up now. Oh, okay, in that case, I will. Magpie says, also, I follow Ethiopian comics, Hawi and Jember from Eton comics. I'm actually not familiar with this stuff. Says, I support them every time they come out with a new one on Kickstarter. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this at all. So are they comics from Ethiopia, or is Ethiopian comics like the label that the comics are produced under? Eglin says, hemophobia is the fear of blood. I think that should be the fear of hemoglobin. That if you have blood without it, that you shouldn't be afraid. I'm just saying. And Magpie says hemophobia probably would be the blood phobia. Crystal says, imagine this was a revenge plot, but who would even take revenge on a freaking orca? I think that it's not revenge on the orca. I think it's revenge on the people who have been murdered. And the orca is just a convenient patsy, because it's like, I'll just blame the orca. What?
Hey, loser. Just got back from California this morning. AC went out in Death Valley. Hotel room had hair in half of the towels and the shower wasn't clean and had hair in it, and getting that fixed had the hotel manager telling us that if we didn't like it we could check out, which we did.
Oh, and there's more saying wedding was crazy and fun and my baby was not impressed by the ocean. Well, little Henry is like, he's the little guy. And whose wedding was this again? Was this one of your wife's friends? But welcome back. I think I mentioned before that happened on a family trip with me. Long story, so I won't get into it right now. But I had family members who were kind of stranded in Baker, California. Not to be confused with Bakersfield. Baker is it's just a little bit before you, like if you're heading east, it's a little bit before you hit Nevada. And it is like one of the hottest places around. It has like the world's, I don't know if it's the world's or the country's or whatever, largest thermometer. That's like their big tourist attraction. And when I routinely, like each year when I drive through there, it'll be like 116, 118, something like that degrees. Crazy, crazy hot. But welcome back and thank you for the 10 bits, Clam. I'm glad to hear that the wedding was fun stuff. Let's see, and Magpie says, oh, same brain cell. I am not named after Magpie the comics, but if you want to know my favorites, Scarecrow deserves more respect. Scarecrow's a good villain. My favorite is still Riddler. I like some Riddler. But Scarecrow is a respectable choice. Crystal says, hello, Clam! Clam says, yo, wedding was Misty's cousin. That's who it was. Okay, so welcome, Clam. So Clam, guess what? So we're doing Ace Attorney tonight. So you weren't here last time because you were in California. This whale right here that you see, that is our client. We are we're defending an orca, a killer whale, which is just, it's delightful. It's absolutely wonderful here. Okay, let's try and do this emotional thing here. We will be winding down fairly soon because we've got less than 10 minutes left before the 3-hour mark. Okay, so she's saying, the killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. Okay, so here's something new. After it started headbutting, I saw that awful blood and was terrified. Okay, here's new info. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Okay, so what's the weird emotion? Okay, because approach the pool, no emotions, that makes sense. Killer whale suddenly started singing, surprise, makes sense. Surprise and fear at the blood, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, is it because it's less fear? The amount of fear went down. Let's save before doing this, just in case I'm dumb, because I am This game makes me feel dumb sometimes. Just want to pinpoint that the fear went down, right? Huh? Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him?
My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear.
Disappear? Why do you suppose that was?
Ah! Simple. It was because of the pirate hat.
What is that? What?
After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
What?
Objection!
What? And how exactly does that work?
How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy.
Wait a minute. Oh crap, hit point meter is there. From whom was this blood that Ms. Plume saw actually coming? So guys, that means it's not coming from him? Save, 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 save. Okay, so who is the blood actually coming from? Sasha Buckler, Fulbright, the whale herself? So we're gonna say not Captain Jack Shipley since he's the victim. And we're saying it came from somebody else. So he loves animals. A penguin that always shoots straight at her mark, loves the smell of fish. What? From whom was the blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from? I am stumped. So it sounds like maybe there's something in the hat? But nobody else was there. I was gonna say maybe Marlon Rhymes because he was supposed to be there in the morning, but that was like much earlier. Maybe he was like tossing fish in? But why would it just disappear when the hat comes out? This makes no sense. Let me read some comments in the chat while I try and figure this out. Magpie says, Etan, or how do you say it? Etan Comics is the name of the company. They are genuinely sensi-il. Am I pronouncing this right? It's a newly coined Ethiopian word for Ethiopian comics. Oh, is that kind of like comics in Japan or manga? So in Ethiopia, they're sensi-il, and they're just superhero comics, but centered around Ethiopia and its culture. Great comics, great dude running it. I invest because my niece is from Ethiopia, and I thought it'd be something we could bond over. Oh, that's super sweet of you. Oh, that's a great reason for it. That's fantastic. Clam says, Law Baker is where my coworker is from, and yeah, I was out, it was out all through there. Oh boy. Well, for my family, it was that the car's AC went out, so that's awful if it was like at the place. Magpie says, Riddler's my second fave, very close second, awesome! Clem says, awesome, that is the type of shenanigans I need from this series. I know, it was so great. It was so wonderful. Not only that, but here, check us out, check us out. We have our new pirate friend, and sometimes she wears a mustache. Just because, and she's great, and she does all sorts of puns about everything. Crystal says, wait, does that connect? I don't know if it connects. Pierce says, was it Orla's? Oh, okay, I'm not a marine biologist, because did the hat, maybe the hat like covered up her blowhole? Maybe she had just eaten fish? I did just save. Let's try that. Let's try that, Vera. Let's try Orla. Let's say the blood that putting the hat on, that's why. Okay, so that's why it would stop the bleeding, is that Orla was injured and the hat plugged it up? Does that make sense? Okay, let's try it.
Take that!
Consider this. Maybe the one who is bleeding wasn't the victim.
I beg your pardon, what kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim.
Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all.
What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant?
But if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head.
Whoa, Marilyn Monroe! The orca's head. What are you prattling on about now? Do orcas even have heads? I just think of their head as an extension of their body.
Please think about it again, Ms. de Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? No, I remember now. How is this not leading the witness? How is this allowed? There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all. Are we gonna change the direction of the plume of blood then? Okay. All right, so apparently good on you, Vero. Magpie says, don't worry. I also have no idea how to pronounce the Ethiopian words. I am too white to know. Okay, so I can't feel too bad. I mean, I still feel bad that if I'm mispronouncing it, but at least I'm not like offending you or anyone else here that I know of. Eglin said, my only thought is Orla, because when she puts a hat on, it blocks a wound. Yeah, I guess I should have thought that simply that if there's only two of them in the pool and it's not one, it's got to be the other. I was just trying to think maybe someone else was up top and just gushing blood in. I mean, I hate to say it because it's gross, but like Sasha was in there and maybe it was like, that time of the month, which I would imagine would be very uncomfortable to go swimming if you don't like take precautions with that sort of thing. Sorry, I don't like talking about that. It's lady business. Clam says, no, it was the car AC. Okay, so, well, I mean, it's understandable, especially when you're coming back, you're driving, because I don't know what direction you're coming from, but like if you're coming up the grapevine and you can really just easily either overheat your car or just kill your AC. We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her. Oh, that was a huge help, Athena. Well, it was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Yeah, well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's. That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims. It could have come out of his head. There was like blood on the top of his head. Ah!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut to the bone.
Meaning?
I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility.
Autopsy report said head contusion. He has a point there. Oh, I clicked the wrong button there. There we go.
If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Donor?
Let's save again. Save. Veer says, I take back whatever I said about her being the best witness. At least I'm not suspecting her of murder anymore. With that, 3 hours, 2 minutes, 23 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night, yeah. Oh, and Eglin says, I don't think blood works like that. I'm pretty sure it only flows out like the outside, like that outside of the water. Like the pressure is enough to mostly stop the flow. And maybe, I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, it is something I have never personally experienced myself. And so I would not know. But we are past the 3 hour mark, so I'm gonna check out these raid suggestions that Crystal was giving us earlier. And by the way, if anyone here is lurking, if you could hang out for the raid, I would appreciate that. Okay, oh, hey, one of them is like a really cool looking VTuber outfit. Oh, and it's Persona 5. Oh, it is, maybe we could do that one? There's another that has fewer viewers, but for some reason it's not loading properly. So I think that person, I don't know if that person is offline or what the problem is with that, but for some reason it is not loading. So we're gonna do the Persona 5 one. And we're gonna load up that raid stuff in just a moment, because we're past the 3 hour mark. I had fun tonight. I hope you guys all had fun as well. So once again, for anyone who's lurking, we stream our schedule as you can see, Vera posted us for this past week, obviously. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Spoiler, this upcoming week, we'll just have all of those. We're alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. So Tuesday will be Persona 3, Thursday will be Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and alternating back and forth and back and forth. Let's see, Clam says, we were here! Bill says, I mean, you were already proven wrong about that anyways, to Vero.
About being the best witness, Vera says, womp. And let's see, Chris with the emotes, Vera said, it was really chill tonight. It was. I feel like the last week or so has been a lot sleepier. I don't know if people are busy with finals, with wrapping up school and stuff like that. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Like I know I say this a lot, but you guys have no idea how much it means to me that you come and hang out with me, like so many times every week. It means the world to me. I would love it if I could trick you all to want to hang out with me even without the video games and just chill with me in general. But you guys are the best. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. Also, let's see, for the lurkers here, Vero also posted social medias or Linktree. Check that out if you're interested. Let's see, Magpie says, good night, Logan, good night. Vera says, we got a sneak peek of next week's schedule. Oh my gosh. Chris says, my finals are done. Vera says, congrats. Raid's about to start in like a few seconds here. Thank you all. I love and appreciate you all. You all are the best. Have an awesome Monday. We'll see you on Tuesday for Persona 3. Enjoy the raid. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well.